All right, guys, welcome here to this match, Group B match between the West Indies women and New Zealand women, coming to you live here from Southampton. Absolutely beautiful stadium. And I see joining me for quickly the toss result. It was the West Indies that was winning the toss, and they deciding to bowl first. And joining me for this evening's match, it will be Mo. Mo, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome.
Yeah, it's actually not Mo, it's Manny. You can see my name
Money.
over there, but yeah,
Yes.
it's all good. But anyway, let me say how's it to you, and looking forward to just catching a few minutes of this game because, as I said, I might be dropping in and out, but thank you for welcoming me to your channel. I'd subscribed a long time ago, and obviously, there are many people in the YouTube sphere who might not be fluent in Afrikaans. You and
Yes.
Hanno are probably quite a few exceptions. But obviously, if people just subscribe and like the videos, it can sort of help gain some traction maybe. And I'm really happy to see you doing a cricket stream and also in English. But I'm just seeing the teams, standing on the edge and they're about to walk out right now. And, I have this tradition, Jean-Louis, and I hope you forgive me for this.
Yes.
Whenever they start playing the national anthems, I mute my screen and I stand up out of respect. So, I'll inform you when that happens, and then I'll just mute my mic. Yeah.
All good, all good. Let's quickly run through today's results. Early match today, it was Scotland beating Ireland with 40 runs. Quite a good partnership there between the Bryce sisters. I think it was 106. Well-deserved
Yes.
victory for Scotland earlier today.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, I was actually someone who predicted that Ireland would have a better shot of it, but neither of these teams have actually done very well when it comes to the ICC T20 World Cup. So it was effectively a case of which team would break their duck. And I thought that with Ireland having a somewhat greater cricketing heritage, they would have some, say on this. But Scotland actually have the better form coming into the match, so I should have known better. It was actually the Irish captain Gabby Lewis who won the toss and opted to bowl, just like the Sri Lanka captain did yesterday. But it sort of mirrored yesterday's match in that, it wasn't even a mirror of yesterday's match, really, because while Sri Lanka got dominated, Ireland actually started well with a couple of early wickets. But then, as you mentioned, the Bryce sisters came to the party. And, from there, I think Scotland's bowlers, especially the spinners, Kirsty Gordon, the former England international, who's gone back to play for Scotland, they just had a stranglehold on the game, and it was only going to be one result, really.
Yeah, I want to say we are both live on Hanu's channel and my channel. The players currently walking out onto the field. I hope, like I said, yesterday's game was a little bit one-sided. It is going to be the national anthems. Mo will be back with us now, so you just stay tuned there. Interesting game coming up here between New Zealand and West Indies. Like I said, yesterday's game was one-sided affair with England over the winning line. So Group B, switching our attention to this one. And earlier today, just a couple of minutes, it was Australia beating South Africa by 65 runs in their opening match. So switching our attention here to Southampton, it will be New Zealand taking on the West Indies. And it's busy time for New Zealand's national anthem. If you want to stand up, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, please feel free to be in the chat, doing it on both Anu's channel and mine. It's good to see. And we will be having Mo here for a couple of overs with us. So, yeah, if you're just joining in, it was West Indies that was winning the toss, and they elected to bowl first. And there's an opportunity here for you. Amelia Kerr playing in your 100th T20 World Cup match for the Black Ferns, the White Ferns. So congratulations to her. So we're quickly going to run through the starting lineups for New Zealand. Like I said, easy guys. We'll be opening with who's that player is going to open a batting here this evening with. We're quickly going to go through the stats, the team lineups for you. So lineups is confirmed here coming up. Joria Plummer will open with Easy Gates. Third down will be Amelia Kerr. Sophie Devine, Brooke Halliday, Maddie Green, Easy Sharp, Jessica, Nancy Patel, right arm off spin bowler, Rosemary Mayer, and Brim Ealing is the side there for New Zealand. Looking at the side for the West Indies, going to be in the field first. We have Joseph Ailey Matthews, Shemaine Campbell, Derhandra Dotton, Jasarana Claxton, Janali Glasgow, Alaline Zaida James, Hector, Effie Fletcher, and Ramarak. So that is the teams for this one. And looking forward to this game. I must give credit to all the people. It's actually good. I want to talk to Mo after the West Indies line up quickly before they hit. There's actually a lot of people in the chat for the games, and that is excellent to see the belonging of both these matches for the World Cup. And like I said, we're going to cover plenty of the World Cup matches. That is excellent to see. And also something new on the channel on my side for the first time doing ever cricket commentary. And it is absolutely stacked at the moment. The viewers is excellent stacked. So you're more than welcome to chat alongside me tonight in the chat because it's going to be a 3.5-hour match. So yeah, looking forward to this game. Let me know in the comments whether you support tonight. And Mo, it is Mo, sorry, Mani, thank you. If you can, we're going to talk after the national anthems. He will be back with us. So West Indies currently with the national anthem, and then we can bring Mo back. So what the game this should be in the ICC T20 Women's World Cup between the West Indies and New Zealand coming in from this game. So let's see what is going to happen. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I hope you're doing well and have a wonderful evening with us here for the 2020 ICC World Cup. Like I said, always good to have your company and good to see Mani as well. We like our cricket. The national anthems is done. We're going to bring Mani back if he's ready. And so New Zealand is going to open the batting. Easy guys will be opening. There we have Mani back. Mani, what do you think is going to happen in this game? Hope for a good match tonight.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, Shanley, we've seen so far in 2 games, the teams who have won the toss and chosen to bowl have actually had the biggest trouble chasing in the end. Now, I would say that the West Indies, if they do decide to chase, will probably have a stronger batting lineup than both Sri Lanka and Ireland. And so if you want to win the toss and bowl, if you want to bowl after winning the toss over here on these pitches, you've got to make sure you get your line right. And from what I was seeing, especially in the England-Sri Lanka game, the Sri Lanka bowlers just weren't able to, get their line and lengths right. You had a leg spinner coming on and bowling, and she was bowling far too short, so she wasn't really able to get the drift or the turn that you would want for a leg spinner. You want to make sure you get the length absolutely spot on. That is why, you had bowlers like Shane Warne or even, Imran Tahir, for a more local example, who actually did quite well when they played. And even in Ireland's case, they had some an early advantage, but once the Bryce sisters got going, they just, weren't really able to make the most of it. But this West Indies team, of course, they do have heritage in this tournament. They are, of course, former champions. And it looks to be a very young opening partnership. There's no Susie Bates. It looks as though it's Plummer and Gaze, Izzy Gaze and Plummer who are walking out. And so it could very well be that this might be a preparation for the end of Susie Bates' career. I'm going to check the team lineups, though, before I keep talking.
I quickly must make the scoreboard there. I see that on the side. I'm quickly going to make this on my side. There we have it. Quickly going to make it like this, then you can see what is happening here in this match,
Plymouth,
but
not
hope for a good match. There we have the players. Plymouth and Guys will be opening the batting here for New Zealand, and we must see the speech. It's the first match on Southampton, and Manny, I must tell you, there's a lot of people in the chat already, and it's good to see for the support for the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is wonderful, and as you know, Jean-Lou, I'm not watching the Football World Cup, so this is effectively the only World Cup I'll be watching, and yeah, it looks a very, very young sort of lineup. I'm just take a look at the scorecard right now. Yeah, there's no Susie Bates. I think she's been rested for this game, but it will be the captain Kerr and the former captain Sophie Devine coming in at 3 and 4. So there will be quite a bit of pressure on Plymouth and Izzy Gaze to make sure they are able to get something out of it. And obviously a large core of the team that won the last tournament, but a few new players, Bree Illing, Nancy Patel, and 1 or 2 others. And, the West Indies team also have a strong core from tournaments gone by. And, as long as you've got... Yeah.
Here we go. It's the first ball. James, bowling to Gates in the white ball, and you can carry on. First over spin. We see it today. Australia also opening the bowling with a spinner. And is this maybe the tactic we're going to see in the World Cup? Let's see how the speech is going to be. Just this first ball of the game. And nice driven by the fielder. You can carry on.
Yeah. Well, obviously you can see the tactic that they're trying to use. Basically, with all the most of the fielders brought in the first 6 overs, trying to get start with spin will mean that they can't get the ball away very easily on the square or whatever. And you see right now, the second ball that James has bowled. Again, it's just played back to the bowler. So this is how you want to bowl your left arm spin. You want to cramp the batter for room and make sure that they don't have the license to play their shots.
Nice shot there, cut shot by Easy Guys, and that will be the first boundary for the the White Ferns. And Easy Guys and New Zealand up and running on the boundary. 4 runs being scored. Nice. Looking at this ball again by James. Just a little bit wide. Nice inside edge there. A little bit of a cut shot. Actually, well deserved 4 runs there for the White Ferns. Nice shot.
Yeah, that was beautifully played, actually. And, she saw that there were no slips or gullies there. So that's going to be a very big risk. If you want to try and induce an edge, you've got to at least have a slip there or someone standing next to the wicketkeeper. So that's an example of how captains have got to set their field properly.
100%. So, already 4 balls in this over. Empires for tonight. It's Ratti standing with... Anna Harris. So 2 balls to come in the first over. It's James to Easy Guys. Let's see what is happening with this delivery. Nice down the ground, but straight back to the bowler. Final ball to come in this over. 5 runs from the first over so far.
Yeah, I should let you know that you're slightly ahead of me, so you can definitely take the lead with regard to commentary here. You're about 2 seconds ahead of me. So this is good bowling from the left-arm spinner, James. Obviously, apart from the boundary, she's stuck to her line and basically done what neither the Sri Lanka bowlers nor the Ireland bowlers were able to do.
A nice cut out, another cut shot there by Easy Guys, and that will be another boundary. So it's the end of the first over. The White Ferns are 9 without loss. And
two gorgeous cut shots there. Both more or less in the same, third man backward point region. And again, you have the fine lines basically, and that's the risk you take as a spinner. You can bowl 4 or 5 good balls, but then one ball which is slightly offline, it gets either cut for a boundary or you can be smacked down the ground. So I would say that maybe they should continue with this. Maybe give her another over after this. But if they do continue to score heavily, then they might have to stop the experiment.
So Inisa Hector is coming in to bowl the second over here for the West Indies, and she's bowling to Plummer. First delivery for Plummer. Let's see. Nice defense there. To Ali Matthews with the defense. Nice fielding there. Interesting to see how the it's a quite beautiful day there in England. Sun is out. We see today the first two matches in Old Trafford. The windy conditions, overcast. But quickly want to think who's going to be the top? Who do you think? Oh, nice ball by Hector again. Nice little bit of pace there. We must see this first 4 overs to see how the pitch is going to play. But who's going? Must be the stand out bowler maybe for the West Indies here to put New Zealand under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, we see the last 4 bowlers there, James, Hector, Fletcher, and Ramharak. I think they will have some big roles to play, and maybe, some of the all-rounders can also bowl a bit. So, yeah, they'll definitely have a job to do today. And great shot there. Sort of played on the square to points. So, Plymouth's off the mark. Yeah, I think when it comes to batting first, they're trying to get themselves settled in. So, they seem to be doing okay.
Bonnie, are you going to be here the whole stream or just a couple of overs?
Yeah, listen, as I said, I'll be dropping in and out because I might have to do some stuff, but I will be back. I'm not going to miss this.
Yeah, this should be a nice game, like you said. It's good to have 2 people commentating, but yeah, like you see, you're going to be in and out. So 2 balls to go. Good over here by Hector. Only 1 run out of this over with 2 balls to come. And Hector is now going to bowl to Easy Guys. Beautiful day there in Southampton. Hector, nice pedal sweep into there. And that's supposed to be 1 bounce over the keeper's head. 4 runs there by Easy Guys. A beautiful shot. And another 4 runs. What a shot there by Easy Guys, buddy.
Yeah, that's the scoop, which is actually quite a popular shot now in this tournament. And we've seen it played on more than a few occasions, definitely by England against Sri Lanka. You premeditate, you walk to your offside, and then make sure you're on your way. And you have to time it very well because you can't move too soon. Otherwise, the umpires are going to cite you.
We're just going to go through the chat. Yes, big up. Welcome to the channel, guys. Final ball of the over. Nice. Again there for a fine third man there. Goes for 4. And that will be another 4 to the over. So 9 runs coming off the second over. It is New Zealand up and running here with 18 without loss after 2 overs.
Fine start.
Excellent.
And again, you see this is the risk actually you take when you opt to bowl first. You've got to make sure you get your lines spot on, and your fielding also has to be really good. But I think you also got to give credit to the batsmen for knowing where the fielders are, knowing what shots to play. So it's like batsmen have to think a little bit ahead as to what shots they have to play. Batswomen in this case, I should say. And yeah, great start for the White Ferns.
See, bowling change coming here. Only Matthews is going to bowl. So immediately a bowling change. Just the milestones for today. Media turn is 75 runs for 2000s into 20s, and Easy Guys is 31 runs from 500 into 20s. So only Matthews bowling the third over to Plummer. And that ball nice with the fielding for 1 run.
Yeah, once again, we see spin continuing, and I think Matthews is trying to do what the Sri Lankan captain did by not really giving any of her bowlers successive overs. She doesn't want to let the batters feel too comfortable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
changing the rhythm. You had slow left arm, and now you've got some off break. Interesting.
Matthews sweep shot, reverse sweep, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, and won't let fielder cut out to under the dotted. They will come back for 2. So at the moment, I don't want to go too early, but the pitch is looking good for batting here this evening. Nice sweep shot there from the White Ferns. Easy Guys. So
yeah, it does look a very good pitch for batting. I mean, you don't have too many patches of green available. That's the surprising thing.
So Ali Matthews coming to Easy Guys again, and no run there.
And she's had to change the angle going round the wicket and keep a short, fine leg up there. So that's one way to do it, just to stop the flow of runs.
Yeah, I think that is important for West Indies here, not to give wide balls, easy shots. Nice play there into the gap. We'll come back for two. Good running here from the Whitefish. Nice running. That's good to see. You're looking to run that. Two is excellent here. Twos is so important in the cricket. Great play.
Yeah, and that's something that Ireland actually failed to do late on in their second innings, because there were two needless run-outs, really, including their star player, Orla Prendergast. Really avoidable, you have to say. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have affected the result, but still, you don't want to see it.
Was that a chance there for Hayley Matthews? We will see now. Was there a chance gone there for?
Yes, I just saw that.
Top opportunity. Easy case. Drop catch there by Hayley Matthews. Net, unfortunately, cost there for West Indies there. Drop catch from Matthews. One more to come. Good over here from Hayley Matthews. 5 runs worth from this over. One more to come. Matthews bowling to Plummer here now. I beg your pardon, to Guys. And let's see. Final ball of the third over coming up. And nice bowling there. So end of 3 overs gone. It is New Zealand 23 without loss after 3.
Yeah, just taking a look at that drop chance. I mean, obviously with bowling right arm off break, she had to follow through, going to her left, and with the chance going to her right, she'd have had to readjust and try and go for it. So that's not an easy catch, and that's also not the first drop catch we've seen this tournament. But compared to some of the catches we've seen drop, which were absolute dollies, this one wasn't necessarily easy. And you take a look at the partnership, it's one player dominating and the other one sort of, providing support. But that's what you want to see. You want to see that kind of contrast and just see that partnership get steady more than anything else.
You see another bowling change here for West Indies. Andrea Drotten bowling now to Plummer. And good to see West Indies changing their bowlers.
Yeah, as I said, Janlu, the captain Matthews doesn't want to see the batswomen getting too comfortable, so you don't have the same person bowling successive overs. But it's a no ball actually, and I think we're going to see now that the bowler overstepped the mark, the crease, so it'll be a free hit. And with a free hit, you cannot be out of a free hit, so that's a gift for New Zealand.
Not the front foot there from Dotton, way over the line. So free hit here coming up for Easy Guys. We'll also go down the ground through mid off. Let's see. Dotton bowling to Guys, and what is it going to be a wide? What's the decision? No. So good ball.
Yeah, that's the ball you want to bowl. Of course, you cannot be caught out or bowled out of a free hit, but you can be run out. So that's the ball you want to bowl, and the free hit ends up not being used. Very experienced campaigner, Deandra Dottin, and using her experience there very well.
High into there, over the keeper's head. 1, 2, 3 bounces, and it goes for 4 there. So 4 runs there for Easy Guys, and Easy Guys is up and running here. Marnie, 24 of 16 already.
Yeah. Again, this is what happens when you sort of bring the field in, but you don't have adequate protection behind the wicketkeeper. Obviously, I think Gaze was going for, the hook, and if you had protection back there, that could have been caught, but in the end, it goes behind the wicketkeeper, and that's sort of a risk you take. That's a calculated risk, knowing that there's no field there.
100%. And I want to see in this game the X factor. What can West Indies do? Can they put New Zealand under pressure? We know it's a tough match, and this one. If West Indies not going to get wickets, it can be it looks like it can be a 180, 190 score that they're chasing later this evening.
Yeah, but we're also going to see how this pitch settles, and of course, between each innings, teams can use the heavy roller to try to slightly, mitigate the pitch. But
nice one run there from guys. So 7 runs from this over, 2 balls to come, and a nice steady start here for New Zealand, the defending champions, of course. Will they go back to back? We will see in this tournament. And Doctor now bowling here to Plymouth. Money, we are already 34 people in the chat here on my side. I'm streaming the match on my channel and on his channel. So, like I said, it's good to see the people. It's good to like I said, it's good that we are doing the World Cup, and there's a lot of interest at the moment.
Yeah, quite a few people actually are, joining in from Hannah's channel. I see one chap here, NS Sports TV. Big up to him, by the way.
Oh, beautiful shot there from Plymouth. And that one will go for 4. End of the 4th over here. And New Zealand 34 without loss. Easy case on 25 of 18 and Plymouth 7 of 7. So of the 4, New Zealand 34 without loss.
Yeah, that was a good shot there by Plymouth. You wouldn't exactly call that a covered drive, more sort of a covered cut. But it sort of split the field between the 2 cover fields that cover an extra cover. And it went to the boundary. And these areas on the offside, a point and backward point and also cover and extra cover, these are probably going to be the areas where you'll see the most runs being scored, because if the ball is slightly wide and you see the field is slightly apart, the batswomen are going to pick that gap very well and make sure they get the most out of it.
So Andy Matthews is going to continue here, bowling the 5th over here. So she's bowling to Easy Case. Easy Case is now nice set. Yeah, and she's looking for a big one. And down the wicket, no run.
Yeah, she's bowling round the wicket, so obviously she wants to cramp the batter for runs and not bring about, many scoring opportunities. So it's not very easy to score on the leg side when you have the fielders there.
Can I let them with wide there with the ball from Matthews goes straight to the fielder, no run. So yeah. We just want to see competitive cricket tonight, not massive, not like yesterday evening where England dominated that game. Just going through the chat here, which Indies gonna slap New Zealand by my cousin. Let's quickly see here. My cousin is a big player. Welcome to the chat here, Mark. And that one, nice shot there from Easy Guys, another boundary. And New Zealand up and running. Beautiful shot there, money by Easy Guys.
Excellent. She used her feet well, got to the pitch of the ball, and snapped it back there. And there was a slight element of risk because it went in the air, but I think she knew that the field was not very well guarded in that area. And you see there, Claxton running all the way from square leg. She was never going to get there.
Another reverse sweep, another boundary from Easy Guys. Hayley Matthews under pressure. 2 back-to-back boundaries for the White Ferns. Easy Guys, nice going. 70, she's on 33 of 22. And a nice reverse sweep for another excellent shot.
Yeah, you see the reverse sweep being played. I mean, a lot of batters have tried it this tournament. Quite a few, actually. Not all of them have come off, but Izzy Gaze so far has executed it quite brilliantly. I mean, she watches the ball very well, gets the position, hand position is spot on. Wonderful coordination.
So down the ground, Izzy Gaze over there. 1 bounce, 2 bounce for 4, another boundary here for New Zealand, and they now punishing Hayley Matthews. 3rd consecutive boundary, and it's another one. New Zealand with 1 ball to go, already 12 of the over. What a shot there from Easy Guys. Using her feet again there, Barney. Brilliant.
Yes. And I think it's fair to say now that, if the spinners are going to bowl early, they've got to make sure they get the line right. If you bowl it right in the slot, you just know the batters are going to go down the track and smack you back.
So back to Matthews for no run. 5 overs gone. New Zealand 46 without lost. Run rate is 9.20 at the moment. So looking steady start here for New Zealand with 1 over to go for the power play.
Very solid start. And, again, this sort of underlines why, if you want to take the risk and bowl first, again, Jamla, you've got to make sure you get your line right, your length right, and just, make sure the fielding is spot on. Of course, when you're a spinner, you are going to have the risk of batter coming down the track to hit you back over your head. And so that just means you've got to try to, adjust your line and make sure you get things right.
100% here, Barney. Allen is going to bowl the final over of the power play, and she's bowling to Plummer. What is a nice shot there. Only for 1. So Easy goes back on strike. No, and we didn't see any. I don't think in the first 5 we don't see any swing at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again, if there are overcast conditions, you will expect some swing, but
yes,
and some seam movement. But if it's a clear sky, then it's not. It's very difficult to get that. And that is Izzy Gazer's 500 runs in T20 internationals.
Oh, brilliant there from Easy Gazer. Another 1 run there. So nice and steady start here for New Zealand. Still batting to come. That's for sure.
Oh, yes. And this is the approach that sides batting first are now going to take. Just, avoid making any silly mistakes, playing any silly shots, and just, consolidating themselves, really. So it's not so much of a launch pad, but really consolidation.
Oh, good. So that's, I must say, West Indies bowled quite well. 3 balls now in only 2 runs, but now the question is how they're going to finish the next 3 balls in the power play.
Yeah, and Plymouth there probably should have let that go because that was going wide. But
yes,
it is what it is.
Allen now bowling to Plymouth for no run. So Plymouth not at the moment up and running. She's on 8 of 10 balls. Cannot find the feed, but maybe a couple of balls to give it some time to get used to the conditions. We have 2 balls to come in this final over of the power play. I think it will be drinks as well after that. So Allen bowling a wide and good take there by the keeper, but unfortunately it's a wide. Great keeping there by Campbell, but unfortunately just a little bit wide.
Yeah, you see that Plymouth going for that when she probably should have left that alone. But just coming back to Plymouth, I think she just needs to settle down a little bit and just avoid doing anything rash. And she's providing great support to Izzy Gaze so far.
So 2 balls to come in a 6th over here. It's Ellen. Nice shot there from Plymouth, but she finds the fielder, and that is an excellent catch there from West Indies. And it's the first wicket gone. It's Joria Plymouth gone. Good catch there, Amani. An excellent wicket. First wicket gone for New Zealand.
Yeah, couldn't have come at a better time, actually, because, New Zealand were looking good, just 1 run short of their 50. And, of course, again, there's always going to be that risk when you try to play an aerial shot. If you find the fielder, then, you're literally sunk. And that square leg fielder is obviously going to be a key position in this tournament. We've seen square leg fielders actually let balls go for boundaries because they couldn't catch them, they couldn't see them. But this was the well-taken catch, and Plymouth goes for 8, 1-4. Struggled a bit, was providing good support, but the partnership has broken 1 short of 50. And that brings Captain Mealy Kerr to the crease.
Yeah, we must stand still here by Mealy Kerr. I in the preview on our channel, I said she will be the leading run scorer, but let's see how she's going today. I'm a big fan of Amelia Kerr. Just the work rate that she's doing, and let's see. I think she can come in here now. The platform is laid for a nice score. Let's see what Amelia Kerr can do. But just coming back to your point, Marnie, excellent catch to get rid of Plibber. It was the sun was in a nice low catch, and like you said, brings Amelia Kerr back to the crease. But it's currently the drinks break at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there is a short break, obviously, before the next batswoman comes in. So I think maybe they're just taking their drinks right now, trying to combine the two. And I've got some advertisements on my television right now. Obviously, the tennis starting from Wimbledon on the 29th of June. That's going to be quite exciting. I'm sure you'll South Africans will know about Kevin Anderson. Of course, maybe you don't play yet. Yeah. And of course, there were some great players back in the day, the likes of, obviously Wayne Ferreira and Marcus Ondruska, Kevin Curran, long back in the day, and Ralph Stafford and a few others.
There's quite good tennis players at the moment. So, yeah, we will. You currently the drinks break. Guys, please, don't forget. We are both on Hanu's channel and my channel. Please hit that like button and share the stream to everybody to come and join. You're more than welcome to chat in the stream with me and Mani. We would like to hear from you guys as well there in the chat. I already read that comment from Markin a little bit earlier, so you're more than welcome to let that comments come through. So, yeah, final ball to go in this sixth over and brings Amelia Kerr to the crease. Let's see my best player there for New Zealand. So I like it. So here we go. Final ball of the sixth over. Good over here from Eleni. Free from it. Amelia Kerr defends. So of the power play is gone. New Zealand 49 for 1 after 6.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that New Zealand dominated the power play, but obviously getting Georgia Plymouth out was a big bonus for the West Indies. However, it is quite pertinent to note that with Amelia coming in, she will obviously look to try to consolidate and play the same role that Plymouth played in supporting Izzy Gaze. Now, as you've mentioned, Jean-Luc, Kerr is also very capable of hitting a big score herself, but now this is going to be supposedly the consolidating period, and it will be interesting to see what sort of bowling changes the West Indies come up with, because they've tried different, bowlers, different combinations, and not had too much success.
So I think maybe Fletcher, change of bowler. Fletcher coming into bowl, and she will be bowling. Happy Fletcher, 39 years of age, 110 matches for West Indies, and she's going to bowl the Easy Gaze. The field now, power play gone, so these fielders now, 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. So Fletcher bowling to Gaze. Nice shot there to the field for 1 run. 50 up for New Zealand.
Yeah, Alfie Fletcher there, the leg break bowler. And again, I think if you see this first delivery was a little bit short, a little bit loose. But we're seeing the wicket, and as you say, Shamlu, that was a brilliant catch. You want to make sure you keep yourself steady, keep your composure, and just don't get pressured. But it's all the more difficult when you've got the sun in your eyes. You're right.
So currently, great bowling. First ball there from Fletcher. Now bowling to Amelia Kerr. Oh, nice. Great there for no run. Looking at that wicket in real-time speed, yeah, it was a good low catch from Dotton. Deep backward square leg. So, great bowling here from Fletcher. Amelia Kerr misses the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You got to bowl a bit fuller if you want to get that drift and turn if you're a leg spinner. Fletcher's doing the right thing here. This is a good bowling change from Hayley Matthews.
Fletcher to Kerr. Nice shot for 1 run. Good over here from Fletcher. 2 runs, 2 balls to come. Like I mentioned, Emilia Kerr playing in a 100 T20 match. Well, congratulations to her. Getting a cap there earlier today. So good over here from Fletcher. Can she finish it good? Bowling to Gaze. Oh, now, like you said there, Marty, bowling a little bit fuller. And it's starting to work for the West Indies.
Yeah, and the thing about bowling leg spin is that if you're a batsman or a batsman and you want to try to play that, you've really got to watch the ball because leg spinners do have a lot of variations. They have the googly, which goes the other way. And of course, you've always got to be very careful of the drift, which leg spinners get.
What? That's probably the best over here. 7 overs gone, 2 runs from that over from Fletcher. After 7, New Zealand 51 for 1.
Yeah, as you say, the best over, and it could very well be that Abby Fletcher bowls at least 2 or 3 overs in quick succession to try and, stop the flow of runs. But again, once batters get the hang of the pitch of the ball, I'm sure they'll be fine. And we see Susie Bates not playing today, but she is, of course, the highest run scorer in T20 World Cup history, ahead of Stephanie Taylor and the likes of Alyssa Healy, who retired not too long ago. Meg Lanning, 8 short of 1,000. So,
it is. So back to how you pronounce your name? Eleni.
Manny,
yeah.
Manny.
You see that?
Elaine.
There we go. Elaine. Paddle sweep there from Emilia Kerr. Over the keepers. 1 bounce for 4. And that's another great shot here from Emilia Kerr.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing that paddle sweep or the scoop being played. And, that is really the best shot you can play if the ball comes onto the bat. And
because there's no fielders there behind, so that's an excellent shot. Like you said, there's not plenty of fielders there in that position.
Yeah, exactly. But in addition, none of these bowlers we've seen really are of express pace. So if they bowl short, then they're asking for trouble.
Yeah, that's 100%. Elaine bowling to Kerr. Kerr down the ground, in there, that's Emilia Kerr gone. And that's another wicket for the West Indies. Elaine Lee strikes for her 2nd wicket. And that's a big wicket here, Mani. It's the captain gone. Emilia Kerr goes for 5.
Yeah, not the best shot to play under the circumstances. I mean, she probably would have had, she probably had an idea that the fielder was standing there at mid-on and just not really able to get to grips with the shot. It was the wrong shot to play. And so out goes the current captain, in comes the former captain. Maybe some divine intervention is what New Zealand need.
There goes my prediction for the top scorer for the first match. That's we love sport. Anything, like you said, anything can happen on the day there, Marty. So brings the co-captain Sophie Devine to the crease.
Yeah, like I said, New Zealand will need some divine intervention now, with the former captain coming in. She, of course, was the captain when New Zealand magnificently won the tournament. I'm sorry to have to mention that, beating South Africa at the final. But that was an example of a New Zealand team peaking at the right time and really doing well. I don't see them defending their title, but they will definitely give a good fight. And so, Devine, let's see if she will provide some divine intervention.
And straight off the mark there from Sophie Devine for 1 run. And now, so couple of good overs here from West Indies. As we look at that wicket from Emilia Kerr, just a little bit, not want to say a little bit underneath the bat, just a couple of upwards, but not great timing there from Emilia Kerr.
Yeah, but what you're also seeing right now is the West Indies have done what the Sri Lankans and the Irish couldn't do. They've maintained their composure while taking.
Oh, sorry to break your words there. Another wicket. Eleni go. And it's easy case this time around. And 2 wickets in the over. Sorry, Demani, to break your words there. An excellent. And Eleni strikes again. It's easy case gone.
Yeah, don't apologize. I mean, once again, it's the same mistake made, the same fielder, the same position. And more's the pity because Izzy Gaze was playing so well.
So well there. And it good 2 wickets. Good 2 wickets here. The West Indies supporters up and running there in Southampton. What a great over here with 2 balls to come in the 8th over. It's the depart there from Easy Guys, like Manny said. She was looking good. Goes for 39 of 29 balls with 8 balls, strike rate of 134. And now a little bit in trouble here in New Zealand. Great comeback bowl. Great bowling, disciplined bowling here, Manny, by the West Indies now with 2 balls to go.
Yes, I think it's fair to say that Fletcher and the Lane have sort of, really put the shackles on New Zealand right now. And, they've sort of ramped up the pressure a little bit. And it's disappointing to see both Mealy Kerr and Izzy Gaze go out the way they did. The same shot to the same fielder. It's like, you've got to be a little bit more careful. And you'd think that they would have shown a bit more prudence there. But now it's Sophie Devine and...
Brooke Halliday.
Yeah, Halliday. Hopefully she'll make it she'll make it a holiday, but we'll find out.
Great figures there from Eleni. So from 3, 4, 8, 1.4 overs. And can she get another wicket here in this over? We see earlier today 3 wickets there from Gordon, if I'm not mistaken. So back here by Eleni.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, go ahead. No run there.
Yes, it was Kirsty Gordon for Scotland against Ireland, and even yesterday we saw Freya Kemp take 3 wickets in an over.
Yeah,
both bowlers were actually on a hat trick, but they couldn't get it, and yet. So
now consideration here for New Zealand to build on a partnership, and it's an excellent over comes to an end here from Eleni. It is 5. From that 2 wickets in this over. After 8 overs, New Zealand 56 for 3. So consideration, the boring stage now here for New Zealand needed money.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see right now that these 2 bowlers have, already, Alfie Fletcher bowled a brilliant over the one before. And then, of course, with the pressure slightly increased, Ali Lane just... ramped it up with those wickets. So now you see pressure coming to them. And it's just as well that you've got 2 experienced campaigners in Sophie Devine and Brooke Halliday. They're now going to be key in negotiating this. And of course, you've also got Maddie Green coming in at number 6. Not very deep batting, it has to be said. So a lot of pressure now on this partnership.
The ninth over first ball goes for a boundary. Sophie Devine gets her first boundary, and nice late shot there again. Let's see this replay again from bowls a ball. Then they again nice shot there in the gap. Easy shot for 4.
Yeah, that's
Sophie Devine.
Not too bad. That's not too bad delivery there from Fletcher, but just wide enough for Devine to get to the pitch of that. Excellent cut.
Nice one there. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit later. Like me and Marty talked a little bit earlier before the stream. We talked about the Australia, South Africa result, and we will talk maybe in the innings break a little bit of that. But first our attention is by this match. So 3 balls to come. The run rate dropped as well. It was earlier. It was 9.20. It's currently 7.06. Fletcher to Devine. Nice drive. Great fielding there for 1 run.
And you see, This is going to be obviously a crucial partnership now, because you've got to maintain the balance between playing sensibly and trying to, keep the scoreboard ticking. And it's not going to be easy when you've got spin from 3 different angles. So quite a number of teams have picked plenty of spinners in their squads.
Yeah, like this supporter says, New Zealand in trouble after a great start. 100% agree there. So 2 balls to come, another good over here from Fletcher, and that one wasn't a miss. Just there by the keeper. The umpire showed it's a wide, but that ball has to be reloaded again. 2 balls to come.
Yeah, that's always going to be a risk there, and with the wicketkeeper standing so close to the stumps, you've got to make sure that you stay attentive and make sure you get the ball. And if it bounces off you and it goes for a run, it's not a nice feeling.
Only for 1 is Sophie Devine. So another 5, 6, 7 from this over. 1 ball to come. I want to thank everybody for me, Mani, Hanu as well. For everybody that is in the stream, it means a lot to us. And without your people, we could have done. Plenty of going to do. We're going to do most of the World Cup matches, the good matches. And Mani, already we see quite excellent games so far.
Yeah, I mean, like what we're seeing right now with this single play down to mid-on/long on is, it's now going to be a bit of a battle, really, between the West Indian spinners and the New Zealand batswomen more than anything else. Now, New Zealand will need another partnership. They will need these 2 experienced campaigners to, stay strong and stay undefeated. And the West Indies now do have some options, but the most important thing for them is not to release the pressure.
That's, like you said, that's important, not to release the pressure. It is going to be a lady with her foot over almost another edge. Great bowling here from a lady, and great figure so far. What a first ball goes for the 10th over there, Mani. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the type of ball you want to bowl if you're going over the wicket, sort of going to the other side, cramping the batsman up for the batsman up for room. Decent seam position over there, which sort of means that the ball will sort of be moving away from the left-hander, and well taken by the wicketkeeper.
Oh, not great fielding there by the West Indies, and that's Brooke Halliday gets her first boundary there, and not good fielding there from the West Indies.
Yeah. Fine shot, but as you say, Jamlu, the fielding was probably not the best. We'll see a replay of that in real time to find out. Oh, yeah, it just goes right through her.
So,
it's complimentary of the West Indian fielding so far, but mistakes are inevitable, I guess.
And Lainey there, guys there for looking for 2 now besides against it, only 1. So 70 for 3 balls to go in the 10 over. West Indies pulling it back quite nicely here now. And that's money that, like I said, if West Indies can put this pressure on New Zealand and both not to release the pressure, they can put New Zealand on a little bit of pressure here with the batting still to come. If they're bowling good, steady, tight lines.
Yeah, they can, and let's see this next look.
Nice this back by Devine. So now 5 runs from this over. We have 2 balls to go.
And as you were saying, it is going to be on incumbent on the West Indies to make sure they don't release the pressure, because New Zealand are finding it hard to score runs. They have to work for their runs, and but we'll see how the innings progresses as we come to the midway stage of the innings.
Oh, great run! Looking for 2, Sophie Devine. Oh, that throw not wide there. Great running there. almost thought Sophie Devine were in trouble there, but not a good throw to the keeper.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Divine thought that she had to try and come back, but that's always a risk because you see right there, she plays that to deep mid wicket, yeah? I mean, mid wicket. And had the throw been much sharper, you know, the ex-captain would have found herself in a huge spot of bother.
Like you said, it puts her in trouble there, but only 1 run. So that is the halfway stage. 5, 6, 8 runs from it. Delaney free for 16 after her third over. New Zealand halfway stage money. We are 73 for free. What's your thoughts so far halfway?
Yeah, it's been an interesting game of chess. I mean, you know, you haven't seen one side really dominate. You've seen New Zealand make an excellent start, but then the West Indies have pulled it back a bit. You want to see that kind of, you know, equilibrium. You don't want one team to dominate. And what I saw when England played Sri Lanka was England just were allowed to completely, you know, get a great start. They had a brilliant partnership between Danny White-Hodge and Amy Jones. It went for over 130 before Jones went out. And so you just knew that the match was really only going to go one way because Sri Lanka's batting wasn't really that good. And Lane there with 3 for 16 or 15 so far. Best figures in the tournament. Kemp obviously with 4 wickets and topping the list. So now we see Karishma Ramharak, who's taken 2 catches already.
Oh, down the ground there from Sophie Devine. Like Mani said, Ramharak down the ground. Great shot from Sophie Devine using her feet and 4 runs.
Yeah, Ramharak bowling off break. And again, Sophie Devine, all her experience, deducing that, you know, with the off spinner bowling, she knows how the ball's going to go. So goes down the track, premeditated shot, very nicely played.
So another bowling change here. First, Ramharak needs to get a line right here. Otherwise, Devine is going to punish you. Nice shot there from Sophie Devine again, but goes straight to the fielder there from Claxton. Nice. Last year, I've seen a little bit fuller here from Ramharak. A little bit fuller.
Yeah, it's not too much of a bad thing if you bowl full, as long as you sort of pick the right spot. But if you're too straight towards the batswoman, then you're asking for trouble. You've got to make sure you keep the tight line and attack the offside of the batsman if you're bowling off break.
Oh, break bowler here. Ramharak to Brooke Halliday. Let's see what is happening with this delivery. Oh, nice bowling there from Ramharak.
Yeah, that is good bowling. Bowling round the wickets, bowling round the wickets to the left-hander, cramping her up for room. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, great bowling there. That's what Campbell also given a little bit of great clapping hands there from Ramharak. A little bit too short, and it's Brooke Halliday finds the gap for 4.
And that is the big problem,
already
which is why
force in the tournament already. Yes. Go ahead.
You know, no, it's all right. It's all right. I should apologise actually because she bowled it too short. There's hardly any protection on the leg side. It's a packed offside field, and you know, Halliday just said thank you very much indeed.
So 9 runs of this over, 2 balls to come in the 11th over. Halliday almost want to use a big shot, but straight to the fielder there for 1 run. So 10 runs of this over with 1 ball to come.
Yeah, and you can see that Ramharak is not really able to quite get her line right. She had a couple of good deliveries, but the rest have not really been up to scratch. Slight release of pressure, and this will be good for New Zealand.
So, final ball of the 11th over, not ready there by the Vines. What's going to happen here? Final ball to come. Oh, again there. But Divine into the gap. Maybe looking for 2. And that's excellent running there from New Zealand. So after 11 overs gone, New Zealand 85 for free. Great running there again, Marnie.
Yes, very good running indeed. I think, they decided that they were going to take the run and put the fielder under pressure. And that's exactly what they did. This is really good running.
So looking at the projected scores, though, currently going with this stage, they will get a 7.73. They will go to 155. 9 overs to go. If this 2 players can get a little bit of a partnership, that could be up maybe to 170. But
yeah, and this is another reason why the West Indies have got to be really careful. I'm just seeing the prediction right now, and obviously, anything around about 170 would be a really good total. But then it's going to be incumbent on New Zealand to make sure that they bowl a lot better as well.
So Joseph going to bowl. There's Kwana Joseph, 25 years of age. Another spinner. I like this bowling changes by West Indies. I want to give nothing new to New Zealand. Joseph there, a little bit short there. Halliday coming back for 2. That's good money. Like I said, West Indies quite rotating their bowlers. But this partnership is holding nicely down here for New Zealand.
Yeah, like obviously you see right now the partnership is 31 off 22, going fairly steadily, both batters contributing. And that was a bit of a loosener there from Kiana Joseph. And you see the reverse sweep being played. Beautifully played there by Brooke Halliday. And so this is, again, going to be another key over because, as you say, they're rotating their attack very well, introducing some new people. But the bowlers also got to make sure that they don't bowl any poor deliveries or any loose ones, because you see there, now Halliday and Devine are settled. They're determined to get some runs.
So already 6 runs with these 2 balls. Joseph not bowling. Good length, fear, and straight to the fielder. Only 1 run. Joseph need to get a lines right here, otherwise he can travel out of the park.
Yeah, basically some loose delivery, sort of allowing the batsmen the batters to be a little bit free. I see former New Zealand batsman Craig McMillan a part of the coaching staff.
We see him as well, Craig McMillan there. And Joseph again missed field there, allowed the extra run there for New Zealand. So 2 balls to go in the 12th over. There we see Craig McMillan. What a good play he was at his days for New Zealand.
Outstanding batsman for the Black Caps. He would have enjoyed playing T20 cricket, but he was definitely a very aggressive, very strong, robust player.
Joseph a little bit fuller, but allowed a fumble for the extra run. 9 runs after over, 1 ball to go. Joseph bowling to Devine. So this partnership bowling nicely here. Nice and steady here for the White Ferns. 1 ball to go in the 12th over. Bowling to Devine. Joseph need to be a little bit here. Let's see. Devine with a sweep. And a couple of bounces goes before. She's laying down the pitch there. And not a good over here from Joseph. 13 runs coming off it. After 12 overs, New Zealand 98 for free.
Yeah, and the big significance of these last 2 overs is that the run rate has now increased from 7 to 8. And so this is a sign of West Indies relieving the pressure. So it is good in one sense that you're trying to rotate the attack. But if you start your overs with a couple of loose deliveries and the batswomen are well set, they score some easy runs and that eases the pressure. So sometimes, that puts the responsibility more on the bowlers, and the bowlers have got to get it right.
No, I like what you said. It looks like West Indies is now a little bit getting that pressure back to get New Zealand back into this game. And it's only Matthews going to bowl the 13th over here for the West Indies, bowling to Halliday. She's also now nice and steady, settled. So Matthews, short ball into the gap, will come back for two. And like I said, yeah, Money, the outfit is quite. I don't want to say the outfit is quite. What's the word now for that? It's quite big boundaries. They not like wide. That's the word that I want to get. So
yeah, and that's the
yeah.
That's the 100 up
yeah.
for New Zealand. That's the 100 up for New Zealand, and the outfield does seem to be moving a little bit quicker than in previous games. I think.
Yeah.
You know, today at Old Trafford we saw the ball moving a little bit slowly, but you know, this is a more than decent pitch, and
yeah, if you must, like you said, if you must sum up the pitch, so it's actually a decent pitch. Yeah, 16 boundaries forced here by the Whitefinns. No long distance sixes so far. What we surely will see with Divine and Halliday at the crease at the moment. We probably will see a couple of sixes coming. But
yeah,
but
yeah. Just seeing this shot here from Divine, I think the poor lady slipped, and thankfully she didn't injure herself. That's another risk as well if you don't get your bearings right.
Oh, and today, here's a chance for the West Indies. Excellent catch there. And what a catch. This could be possibly a catch of the tournament. There's still plenty of games to go. Money, watch your course. What an excellent catch. Instant part of the Sophie Divine.
Absolutely. The ex-captain Divine was playing really well, trying to create a partnership. But I think, you know, she kind of lost control of the shot. We're going to see here. You know, she... just lost control. Bottom hand left the bat, and the West Indies fielding so far, aside from a couple of small exceptions, has been outstanding. Their catching has been really good, and now, of course, it'll be Maddie Green coming in to replace Sophie Divine, and you know, it looks as though the 170 total that we were predicting might be some way away, but. Green's a decent batswoman. I think she's another all-rounder, and we'll see how she copes with everything.
Great catch by Claxton. Only Matthews, the skipper, breaks that partnership. And like Barney said, it will be Maddie Green coming into the crease here now for New Zealand. So 3 runs from this over brings Maddie Green to the crease. And 3 years of age, ranking 39th at the moment. And now we see this bowling here from Hayley Matthews to Green. Oh, nice. Play that down the ground for 1 run.
Yeah, Matthews there basically changing the pace of the delivery. We're going to see the wicket again. She sort of changed the pace. It was slightly slower. So Divine went at it with a bit too much power, but ended up skying it. And Jazia Claxton there, very well taken catch.
Excellent. So 2 balls to go. Matthews to Halliday. Important that Halliday now stays by the crease. Cannot afford to lose a wicket now. Looking at the important now that Halliday stays there. So final ball of the 13th over. Another good over here. Wicket for the West Indies. 5 runs from this over. 1 more to go. And Hayley Matthews now bowling to Maddie Green. And let's see. There's delivery coming up for Matthews. A little bit short, but nice shot there to the fielder for 1 run. So after 13 overs gone, it is New Zealand 104 for 4.
Yeah. Run rate still exactly 8 and over, so they're not going too badly, but they cannot afford to lose too many more wickets. And I think it's a case of basically ever since that first partnership being broken when they were on 49, the West Indies have found ways to sort of stop the partnerships from really increasing and becoming big. So I think New Zealand still have a slight edge, but the West Indies are still very much in this. And so anything can happen in these next few overs.
Like you said, I agree there with you that New Zealand, West Indies is still a little bit in this game. So anything still can happen. Already, batting to come, Sharp, Kerr, Denzi. We will see her later with the ball. Fletcher back here, bowling to Green, starting the 14th over for no run. Important here, let's see. West Indies still keeping they're still in this game.
Yeah, they're still very much in and around, and I think one more wicket will really, give them edge.
Looking yesterday, Danny Whitehart, what an excellent innings. That was the first match at Edgbaston yesterday. Totally controlled the batting there. And what a knock there from Danny Whitehart. 105 of 62 balls body. You did that game yesterday. I watched it as well. Excellent knock there from the opener from England.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she played shots mainly during along her favourite areas on the offside, but also wasn't afraid to, find runs on, the backward square leg, mid-wicket areas. And it was great to see her get her century in the last over of the innings.
Oh, that one high into the air, but it will be cut out here. Almost for that ball would go to the keeper, but goes to nobody. There's 2 runs. So highest scores at the moment, Danny Whitehart 105. We see Kate Bryce today from Scotland with 60. Amy Jones yesterday with 53. Phoebe Litchfield of a great today against South Africa with that good 50. Great play there. Then we see the England ladies. So Fletcher back here. Halliday, reverse sweep. And finds the fielder.
Yeah, I see Lindsay Smith there, and that's the reverse sweep being played, and it does find the fielder. And, there is a little bit of pressure right now, but Halliday and Green are also, Green's also quite experienced. They're just going to have to make sure that they, just look for singles and twos, and then if they find the bad ball, just hit it. But you see there, that's well played by Halliday to the cover region for the single, and they're just going to have to go. They're just going to have to go be a little bit steady at this point.
Like I said, they need to be steady. 4 runs off this over, 1 more to come. Another good over here. Better bowling here from Fletcher over here. Oh, misses that one. Just the stumps here. Good over there from Fletcher. After 14 overs, it is New Zealand 108 for 4. It will be drinks as well.
Yeah, you can already see the shackles being applied a bit, and this is going to be the last phase of the over, so it will be interesting to see what happens. But one thing I can say is that in stark contrast to Sri Lanka and Ireland, the West Indies spinners bowling first have, for the most part, done a really good job. I mean, credit has to be given to, Fletcher as well for keeping an end really, really tight. Her economy rate has been brilliant, even though she hasn't taken a wicket. Because in T20 cricket, dot balls are, gold dust if you're the side bowling. And, that just increases the pressure more than anything else.
So 6 overs to go, Barney. If you're going to predict the score, what do you think? 6 overs to go. What will be a competitive total here for New Zealand?
Yeah, I think if they are able to get something like 160, I think they will be very happy. But it's not going to be very easy. 170 at this point would be a bonus. I think let them aim for 160 like Scotland got today, and then try and make sure they keep the bowling tight. Yeah,
I agree. But on the other side, if we look at West Indies, if they can pick up 2 wickets now, yeah. Then you go to the all sorts bowlers, and then New Zealand find themselves in trouble. So lots to play for here in the last 6 overs. Yeah, like you said, Manny, I'm also not a fan of the FIFA. This Cricket World Cup is more exciting for me as well. I agree 100% there with you. Not in the World Cup at the moment for the soccer as well.
Yeah.
I'm liking my cricket and my rugby. That's what I'm liking. And like I said, for the first time, it's on my channel, the cricket. And 2 matches already today, and it was the views brilliant. So yeah.
That's great. I mean, I'm really happy that you've got some exposure and some traction here. And so this is actually something nice to see, sort of away from everything that's going on in the Americas. But, last segment of play. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, final week. Ramarak is going to bowl her second. And she's going to start the 15th over here for the West Indies. Ramarak bowling to Halliday. Nice fielding there. So I want to mention we're going to take a quick break at the halfway stage of the innings. We're quickly just going to put the score, getting some snacks there, and then we will be back for the second innings. But we are here, still 6 overs to go. 2 great balls, better balls there, Mani, by Ramarak.
Yeah, that's what Karishma needs to do, basically. Just you're bowling around the wickets of the left-hander, as I say. You've got to make sure you cramp up the room and prevent her from playing her shots. Get your fielding spot on, no loose deliveries. Let's see what she does now.
Oh, brilliant bowling. Better bowling here from Ramarak. 3 dot balls. Could just be the pressure back to Halliday. We will find out. The run rate dropping a little bit as well now. Was now 7.45 again. So great bowling here. Ramarak keeping that run rate down. So obviously attacking shot using a feed there. But Campbell with the fielding and for 1 run.
Yeah. Obviously you see there Halliday having to try and release the shackles a bit and just start to create something for herself. Now we're seeing the wickets, obviously, and it's disappointing from a New Zealand perspective to see catches being taken in that same position. And then obviously they're going phase by phase and talking about how New Zealand started well, but have just been pulled back a bit.
Good over here from Ramarak. Only 1 of this 15 over with 1 more to come. Good discipline bowling here by the West Indies. Final ball to go. Ramarak to Green looking for 2 here. No, only 1. And that will be the end of 15 overs. So 30 balls to go. It is New Zealand 110 for 4.
Yeah, that's the type of over you would want from a West Indies perspective. Tight line, not really giving the batters any opportunity to create anything or do anything really worthwhile. It's that's really what you want to see. And now, how Halliday and Green will negotiate these next 5 overs will determine really what the outcome will be. At this rate, they'll struggle to get 150, but if they can lift off the shackles, I think they'll be happy with 160.
So Fletcher bowling. Really well. Yeah, sorry to break your point there, Mani. If I shot and Fletcher bowling the 16 over, using a feed there by Green, and that's the first maximum of the game.
Yeah, that is a fine shot there from Maddie Green. That will definitely relieve the pressure. Dancing down the track, getting to the pitch of the ball, and sort of using a slightly long handle there, but she hit it very cleanly. It was going high, didn't know if it was going to go far enough, and it did, 75 meters.
Oh, 75, that second ball, dot ball. So what will New Zealand end on? You will have to stay here with us to find out. Can we see a good last 5 overs here for the White Ferns. Nice cut shot there, but finds the fielder for no run again. And at the moment, it is West Indies keeping with the spinners.
Yeah, this is why a large number of teams have picked more than 3 spinners in their squad, and quite a few of them are starting with 3 spinners. We saw England do that, and I think Australia might have done that today.
Using a feeder game by Manny Green. They're coming back for 2. So 8 runs after over 2 balls to go in the 16th over. And now New Zealand are looking to get that hammer down, looking for the big shots now, with wickets in hand as well.
Yeah, they do have wickets in hand, but not too many wickets, and there are still plenty of balls left to be played. So, got to be careful.
They might need to be careful not to lose one wicket or 2, and finds the fielder there. So, the best bowler here for me, it's Alani, 3 for 16. She has 1 over left, and probably the other bowler, the standout bowler there for you. Money?
I think Fletcher's been very economical. She's got 1 delivery left.
She's one delivery here for Fletcher. And that ball into the cap. What a defense. No, good fielding there from West Indies. And they will come back for 2. So after 16 overs, it is New Zealand 121 for 4.
Yeah, they needed that over, actually. It's 11 from the over. And that sort of brings the run rate back to above 7.5 and gives them some hope of being able to, launch out. And I'm going to take a look at the scorecard as well and see who else might have some overs left. You mentioned Elaine has an over left.
She's a 1. Probably they will stick Hayley Matthews. I think she's 1 more left as well.
Yeah, Hayley Matthews also has 1 over. And obviously, it's a good captaincy as well to not give too many people too many overs, especially if they haven't been able to, be economical or take too many wickets.
So Ali Matthews is going about the 17th over Manny Green for 1 run there. So West Indies doing not quite good here in the last couple of overs. Can they keep the pressure on New Zealand? Make them hit the big shots into their heads.
Yeah, well, I think they've cut down the loose deliveries for spinners and they've kept the pressure on and they've done really well. So credit to them in every respect.
I'm going to put in line. I must say, the first overs were a little bit loose deliveries. Now they nicely with the nice bowling, but a nice reverse sweep here from Brooke Halliday. And that will be a reverse sweep for 4. And Brooke Halliday moves on to 33 of 25. Nice handy innings here from Brooke Halliday.
Yes. Definitely a fine innings and definitely a fine shot there. She knew she wanted to play the reverse sweep and selected the perfect ball there. Matthews bowling slightly short and saw that there was no third man.
Nice. So third ball in 16.3 overs, defending for no run. So I think if New Zealand can get to maybe 160, it will be a competitive total, or maybe to 150. We will must see how West Indies is going to start. We will be talking with a little bit with the bowlers now, Maddie. New Zealand have good bowlers, but still we're just focusing in here with the remaining overs.
Yeah, obviously, if you go ahead.
I must say, looking at Matthews using a speed here. First ball 72, 82, 74, 81, 71. That was a good catch, like we mentioned a little bit earlier with that wicket. So Matthews now bowling again to Green for 1 run. So Matthews doing a quite good job here, 5, 6 of it. So 1 ball here to go. And I must say, West Indies is excellent bowling now here in the depth overs. Like you said, Marnie, in that first couple of overs, it was all over the place. And now they have finally found that length. Yeah,
and obviously Matthews has been shrewd enough as well to make sure that You know, she's not kept the batsmen comfortable. She's not rewarded any bowlers who have, you know, been loose. And great shot there, but that's also straight to the field. Misfield, yeah.
Misfield there. So that is the 17 overs gone. 18 balls to go. New Zealand 129 for 4. And now last 18 balls. Where will New Zealand get? We see the bowling figures here. We have Elaine. She will definitely bowl 1. Then the question is, will we going back to pace or will they keep it by spin?
It seems to me that Ramharak has 2 overs left. Elaine has 1. So it'll probably be Ramharak, Elaine, and then Ramharak. And that'll sort of make the quota even out because James, Hector, Dottin, and Joseph had 1 over each. They've all been expensive. So Hayley Matthews hasn't gone back to them. But whoever's bowled a full quota, they've been very economic.
100% economic. The finals, 18 balls. It will be Elaine, the best bowler for West Indies today. Bowling 2. Brooke Halliday, just that one. On the pen, I think. Is it a... No, what's the umpire's decision going to be here? No, dot ball. Great keeping here by Campbell.
Yeah, she sort of prevented that ball from going for byes. So, yeah, well done.
Elaine to Halliday, another one. White is an edge. No, Empire White. Another. Coming up the run chase, we will be seeing Melia come with the ball. Rosemary Meir, that young Marnie, that spinner Nancy as well. The run chase coming up a little bit later. Hayley Matthews, Joseph, Dottin. So Elaine,
yeah, very interesting battles. Very interesting.
Edge there for 1 run. Yeah, that should be interesting battles, like you said. I really like the bowling, the better bowling here in the second from the 10th over. Good bowling from better line from the West Indies. I must give credit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've certainly improved and they've made sure that they haven't given away too many cheap runs. So it's a battle here. New Zealand are going to have to work to get the total they want. 160 would be good, but we'll see what happens.
They must work hard to get to a competitive total here. Elaine to Mary Green. And then finds the edge, another pedal sweep. And that finds the finds the boundary for great shot there from Mary Green.
Very useful runs, and once again down to fine leg from the scoop. No protection in that area. And again, these are useful runs. So you see here, it's all about knowing when to move across and then get in position to play your shot. And when you get the timing right, there's no stopping that.
No stop, 3 balls to go. So in the 18th over, it is Elaine to Mary Green again. Using a feed straight to the field for 1 run. That ball, the speed delivery was 61 miles per hour. 5, 6, 7 runs from this over with 2 balls still to go. Now, maybe the launch here from Brooke Halliday in the next over, possibly. We'll see. Looking to launch. So, Elaine in the area from Halliday over the Matthews head. And a nice shot there for Brooke Halliday over for the nice boundary there. And that was some understanding there, Marnie. She's now definitely going to use putting the petrol in the here for New Zealand to get to a competitive total.
Yeah, that's a brilliant shot under the circumstances. Saw where the field was, went sort of locked at that drive, and knew that with the field coming in, that was the perfect time to play that shot.
Final ball of the 18 over into the air. Here's a chance for the West Indies, and that's a catch. Hector takes the catch. Elaine ends with 4 for 27 in her 4 overs, and partnership broken. Key wicket here, Mani. Eleni, great figures here, 4 for 27, and the part of Brooke Halliday.
Yeah, that is. I think you could say that was a good decision in the end by Hayley Matthews to give Elaine this over. It means that Ramharak won't finish her quota of 4. But obviously, they wanted to break that partnership and saw Elaine as the best opportunity. Brooke Halliday top scoring with 40 off 32, 5-4 strike rate of 125. And now, of course, we come to the lower order batters of the New Zealand team. And I think with 2 overs to go, the West Indies might fancy their chances of, bowling, of restricting New Zealand to a fairly low total.
And that is the next, low total, like you said, Amani. Can they keep New Zealand under 160? That is the question. Next batsman in is Sharp. Is he Sharp? 21 years of age. And Ramarak is going to bowl the second last over here for West Indies. He's going to bowl to Matty Green. Start the second last over here. So Matthews, reverse sweep from Matty Green. And that ball will run away for 4. Nice start to the second last over. And Matty Green with a reverse sweep for 4.
Yeah, that's going to be very important because if they manage to take Ramharak for at least another boundary in this over, then the question is who gets to bowl the last over, because that last over might be bowled by someone who only bowled 1 over in the game, and that could be expensive. But great shot by Matty Green under the circumstances.
Brilliant shot there. So Ramarak under pressure. First ball goes for 4. The second ball, nice fielded by Deandra Dotton for 1. Look at that real time wicket again. Nice work from Hector. A little bit behind with the nice catch, running backwards with an excellent catch there.
Yeah, excellent work there from Hector. She was confident in running through it and made sure she was composed.
So looking for 2, they're running for it second, and they will get comfortable. Great running there from Easy Sharp and Matty Green. 2 runs, 3 balls to go in this 19th over. Here's a question for you guys. What is New Zealand's highest finish? We will tell that New Zealand's highest finish phase over 18 to 20 score in T20 since ICC to Women's T20 World Cup was 49 for 1 in the set last 2. That delivery is short. Looking for a run out. Is this a run out? Unfortunately not. Want to go up to the first umpire to have a look? I don't think so. No. She's safe. Better throw there and she could be in trouble. Well, that was actually a good throw by the keeper.
Yeah, it was a misfield first, so they saw the opportunity, but you're absolutely spot on. A better throw would have had... I think that was Green who was running there, so she would have been in trouble. But
so Ramarak to Green under the just short of the under Dotton, just falling short there of Dotton for 1 run. That was almost another catch there for the Windies. Just falling short there of Dotton.
Yeah, maybe a meter or so forward, and she would have taken that. But
nice using a fit down the ground from Easy Sharp, misfield, but luckily he's fielded back there. They will come back for 2. So that brings up to 150 for New Zealand after 19 overs. New Zealand 151 for 5. Final 6 balls. Money 160 is on here for New Zealand.
Yeah, 160 is on, and it does look as though they'll get it, depending on who gets to bowl the last over, because Ramharak won't get to bowl. And, again, if I were Hayley Matthews, I would have done my sums and said that Ramharak would have gotten an extra 2 instead of just the 1. Because now, with the scoreboard the way it is, I don't know who's going to bowl the final over.
And to answer
your question,
it will be to Deandra Dotton that will finish the last over here for West Indies.
Yeah, she bowled 1 over for 11. And that is, of course, a signal that the power play is being applied, which means that the fielders can be brought back in. Let's see what Deandra does.
So over right there from West Indies, though. I think it is that. Yeah, 4 minutes behind. That's big. So a fielding penalty. So there will be 3 fielders in. Only 3 fielders outside this 30-yard circle. Final over and Dotton bowling to Matty Green. Here we go. Nice shot there. Finds the gap and into the gap for 4. Nice shot there from Matty Green. And I 5 runs away from the 160.
Yeah, and that is, of course, going to be a problem when you make too many changes. You know, you run the risk of, taking a bit too long. And I'm just glad that we don't have a situation where it doesn't cost you an extra over, because it doesn't really provide that much in terms of equality. But again, great shot from Matty Green. This is a very, very important innings.
And Dotton not good length from Dotton, and that will be another 4 to Matty Green. 159 on the board for New Zealand. Not good bowling, and that's what we've seen, Manny. Who maybe must give that second over to Ramarak and Dotton now. 2 deliveries back for goes for 4.
Exactly, and that is why I said that as a captain, you've got to get your sums right, because you do not want to have a situation where you release all that pressure and allow New Zealand to get a total. Hayley Matthews has done a brilliant job, and we were predicting that Ramarak and Delane would get the last 3 overs between them. Now, of course, it's Dotton who's bowling, and she's being taken to the cleaners.
Oh.
And,
no ball called. Not good bowling here in the last over. A catch drop, but that doesn't matter because it's above waist height. And no ball from Andrea Dotton above shoulder height. And not great bowling in the last over here. Putting himself now, looking maybe for 170. Here's a chance for the free. Where will Matty Green go, Barney? Will she go down the ground, through cover, extra fine leg? Where will she go for this? Looking to play this shot. But
I'd like to see her pierce the field. I mean, I'm not too sure she can go down, but they're actually reviewing that. And I'm not too sure that can be called a no ball, because if it's above shoulder height, it's a no ball. It was clearly going down. And the third umpire is going to check that and see what the final verdict is. No balls are very costly, you see, so they want to review this.
Keep going, guys. Thank you very much, Dave. Guru Live, thank you very much. Thank you, guys, for support. We do 44 people in the chat. That's good to see on my channel and on his channel. So I'm 32. He's on a couple of us as well. So excellent to see your people watching the World Cup with us. We're going to do plenty of more matches. So don't worry. We will be telling you guys a little bit later after this match what is coming up on the channel. So to go anyway, just stay with us. But I'm still checking here, Money.
Yeah, I don't know what the verdict is. We'll find out if they've, if the third umpire's overruled it. Cluster, the third umpire. I think she's South African. Yep, Kevin Cluster. TV.
That's a fair delivery, it seems, by fair delivery there. Oh. So, right call, Money. You were right. That is not an oval fair delivery.
Yeah, so that's going to be important as well, because a no ball also comes with a free hit afterwards. But New Zealand now are on 160, so they've reached that psychological barrier.
Finally, from easy shot, but it finds the fielder, and it's James that takes the catch. The 6th wicket gone for the Blackbirds after Whitebirds, and it's gone easy shot gone.
Yeah, sharp catch to get rid of Izzy there, and for once, Dottin. I think she bowled a bit short, but she probably changed the pace a bit, and the result was a sky-high shot straight to the fielder. Izzy Sharp with a small contribution, sort of helping Maddie Green maintain that partnership. So New Zealand reach 160 with 2 balls to go. I think they'll be fine, happy, reasonably competitive. So.
Yeah, I think this will be a competitive total. Down 162 balls to go. Jessica comes to the middle here for the White Ferns. So, like Monty said, 2 balls to go. Now it's just keep your head swing as hard as you can with the final 2 deliveries. Jessica on strike, Dotton to bowl, where she's going to bowl. A little bit full, finds the edge, and great bowling it from Dotton. No run. So the final ball of the New Zealand innings coming up. Jessica will be on strike, and bowling it will be Dotton. So now it's the final ball of the innings coming up.
Yeah, good seam position there from Dottin, and it ends up being a little bit of a wobbly delivery, you could say, and not too far away from the wicket there. That would have bowled where it all ends up.
So coming back for 2 runs there from Jessica. So that will end New Zealand's innings on 162 for 6 after 20 overs. And me and Monty were correct. Maybe 171. I've said 160. And they get to that 162 for 6. As we take a look, recap quickly before we go to take a 5 minutes break. Monty, your thoughts of this innings? Within his start, the scrappy with the ball, but then get a couple of wickets back. But then at the end, New Zealand able to get to 162 for 6.
Yeah, like I said, it was sort of back and forth, a very competitive sort of game, and that's really what you want to see more than anything else. And you don't really want to see either team dominating too much. And you have to give credit to the West Indies for making sure they kept plugging away and making sure they didn't give New Zealand too many freebies. I think one thing that they'll be disappointed with is that, with the exception of Elaine, not too many of their bowlers took wickets. I mean, Matthews and Tottin took a wicket apiece. But, the spinners, for the most part, most of them were very economical, and the more economical bowlers were given bigger responsibility. I still think that had Matthews done her sums better, she would have restricted New Zealand to a score of about 150, which would have been slightly less competitive and which would have given the Windies a better chance. But I think both sides will be quite pleased with the way things have ended. New Zealand will be happy with 160, but the West Indies will feel that with the strength in their team, they could definitely make a fist of this challenge. And so, will we see the first win by the team batting second in this tournament? Let's see.
Let's see. That, like I said, top bowler there from it was Delaney for 4 for 27. So we're going to quickly take a 5-minute break. When I come back, it's the second innings, and then we're talking tactics, what New Zealand must do for them to get a win over the West Indies. We will be back in 5 minutes time. I'll see you in 5 minutes, buddy.
Cheers. See you soon.
I will be back. Yeah, so welcome back, guys. We are back for the second innings. If Mani's camera if he's back, just let me know. If just put your camera on, then I will be adding in. So, second innings is about to start. We're going to talk tactics. What New Zealand must do. They have excellent bowlers. So, looking forward to their bowlers coming up in a couple of minutes' time. But we're just waiting for Mani. When he's back, we will be having him back with us. So good to do this game for you guys. It is a Group B match, of course. The West Indies taking on New Zealand women. Standout performance from West Indies. It was Eleni picking up 4 wickets for 27. The top scorer was Matty Green with 40. Now it's over to the bowlers. The bowlers, Rosemary Meir, Melia Kerr, Nancy as well, the experienced spin bowler there for the Black Ferns. So, yeah, the beautiful sunshine here in Hampshire bowls Southampton. And not many people in for this match, but surely they will be coming out for more games, like I said. So, yeah, just showing the highlights before we will be broke Halliday with the top scorer of 40, like I said. So, yeah, looking forward to the run chase that is coming up shortly between the West Indies. West Indies women needing 163 runs to win. A run rate of 8, starting by 8.1 with the run rate. So, yeah, should be interesting. Second innings coming up shortly. And it looks like we're not going to have a long second game like yesterday, over 4 hours. And it's good to see that games are coming thick and fast here in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. So lovely to see Mani and all of the people in the chat. Did the chats come through? Where important now for the West Indies here to start good. They need to start. Good here in the second innings. It will be Joseph opening the batting here. We know she's a big hitter of a cricket ball. Can she make a quick 30 or 40 runs for the West Indies? We will have to find out. Yeah, we will have to find out what is going to happen here in this second innings. So, welcome back to the chat. We have Izzy Sharp as well, in as well, good bowler there for the side for New Zealand. We have Melia Kerr as well. The highest successful chases in Women's T20 World Cup was England 164 against Australia in 2009. Yeah. Can they do it? That is the question. You see, Mani's camera is not ready yet, but he will be back with us shortly when this players maybe come onto the field. And can we see an upset? Can the West Indies women beat the side of New Zealand? We will have to find out in a couple of minutes for this game to start. So, yeah, I hope you guys are ready for the second innings. We're currently waiting. And then the second half, one of this game is going to start. And what should be in for a cracking game. Final adults there for Melia Kerr, playing in a 100 match if you missed that previously. So, will she bowl as well? I think she will. So, yeah, looking forward to the second innings of this game coming up between New Zealand and the West Indies women. If you missed the results of from today, it was earlier today. It was Scotland winning over Ireland with 40 runs, and then Australia beating South Africa by 65 runs. So the West Indies did 163 from 20 overs at a run rate starting at 8.15 at over. So we are in for this one. Should be a cracker run chase coming up. Media Kerr talking to the players. and they are about to make their way onto the field here for the second innings here for New Zealand. And should be in for a cracker. Here we go. Miracle leading the side onto the field. And I think Mani will join us as well when the players are back on the field. So looking at Group B standing so far, England on 2 points, Scotland on 2. So the who will win here to get their opening points of the competition. And we will find out just very, very shortly as the mascot there as well. So yeah, should be in for a cracker second half. I hope Marty will join us now. It is Hayley Matthews and Samari Joseph making their way onto the field for the run chase. Yeah. So let's see how the second half of this match is going to go. Iman is cameras off at the moment. Hopefully, he will join us now in the middle of the matches. So the opening batters, Hayley Matthews and Kohana Joseph. The opening batters here coming here for West Indies. So, yeah, it should be in for a great run chase here. 162 New Zealand got. West Indies need 163 runs to win. Is Mani back on the screen? Not at the moment. We just wait for him. He said he will join. So, yeah, we have it there on the screen. I think it is there. Up and running there by West Indies. So, Joseph and Matthews. Opening bowler, Rosemary Mayer will be bowling. And here we go. Second innings, 163 for West Indies to win. Opening bowling here from leaving that one by Rosemary Mayer. Is it a wide? No, it's a good ball there by Rosemary Mayer. So, goes there for no run. So, still 5 balls to go in the first over here. 163 needed, like I said. Milia Kirk, can she get her team off to a good start? Yeah, Rosemary Mayer to Joseph. Nice defense there for no run. Rosemary Mayer bowling to Joseph. Joseph plays it, gets a handy. Good stop there from New Zealand for one good. And there from Sophie Devine. Only one run. Matthews on strike. A little bit wide balls. Cut shot. Not a nice shot there for one run. West Indies get runs on the board. So Hayley Matthews will be the important year for West Indies to get them off to a good start. Oh, Mayer they down with the pads for one run. So good start here for Rosemary Mayer. Only 2 runs from the first over, 2 balls to go. Sophie Devine needs 1 catch for 50 into 20s. And Kwani Joseph needs 18 runs for 500 in T20s. So Rosemary Mayer bowling to Joseph. Rosemary Mayer into the air. Almost a chance here for the White Ferns for one run. West Indies putting themselves dangerously under pressure. So good start here by Rosemary Meir with the bowling. One more to go in the first over here for New Zealand. They up and running. Great start here. Great start here for New Zealand with the ball. Rosemary Meir to Hayley Matthews. Plays it down for one. So the end of the first over gone. Yeah, for West Indies. West Indies 4 without loss. Still needing 159 runs. So first good steady over here from Hayley Matthews. There we have him back here with us. Mo.
Yeah, so
yeah. First steady, good steady start for New Zealand.
Yeah, very steady start. I'm just taking a look at the score. I just missed the first over. I do apologize. I had to get some work done. I had to do a bit of cooking. But yeah, so this is a really good start for New Zealand, and obviously they don't want to give the West Indies too much of an advantage with the bat. And we see Bree Illing, left arm medium. I think she's also going to have to make sure she bowls a really good line, especially if she's not express pace.
And like you said, a great start there. Marnie Pai in with a great ball. Like you said, need to start good here for New Zealand.
Yeah, that's the perfect delivery from a left armer over the wicket bowling to a right-handed batsman. Don't stray in line. Always make sure you cramp the bat of the room and send it through to the wicket. Excellent stuff.
In the wide shot for Hayley Matthews, and that will be the first boundary for West Indies. And they are up and running by Captain Hayley Matthews. Get them with about coach 4 runs.
So obviously we're seeing the younger bowlers coming to the fore now, and just taking a look at some of the other bowlers. I think this lady named Nancy Patel will have a role to play. Actually born in India, but migrated to New Zealand, and there'll be obviously another wonderful crack there, same area. So Illing now under some pressure. I was just complimentary of her first delivery, but now she's starting to
go too wide.
Yeah, a bit loose.
I saw there from Matthews. And I was telling the chat before start for West Indies. Hayley Matthews, if she can get West Indies after a good start, then West Indies could be in this one. Now, run out opportunity, and Joseph, what on earth was going through her head? That was a great play from West Indies, and that will be the run out. Not good play there, Mari. What was going through?
Well, I think, listen, it takes 2 to make a run out here, and we're going to take a look at actually what's transpired. The worst part is, it looks as though, I think Joseph has sacrificed herself to keep the captain on, and I think that's brave, really. But, you've got to have proper communication there. I think Gianna Joseph was a little bit slow there.
Yeah.
So, at least the captain is still on strike, and but it's a needless loss of a wicket. And, that's obviously, you saw that Illing had to change her angle to sort of go around the wicket. And so that's going to be interesting to see how she bowls to Matthews the remaining deliveries of the over, because she cannot afford to give the West Indies captain any kind of room.
100%. Next batter coming in at 3. It will be Campbell coming in at 3. Yeah, for West Indies. So in bowling here, a little bit not great communication there between the West Indies. So in at 3, it will be Shemaine Campbell. And in bowling to Campbell, offer legs, looking for 2 runs. Great running here from West Indies, and they will come back for 2. Excellent running there.
Not the best ball from Illing. You don't want to bowl wide on the leg side to a right-handed batsman if you're bowling left arm over the wicket there. So it's actually going to go down as 2 leg byes, but we're seeing this run out here. And I think that's just lazy from Kiana Joseph. She had the good sense to sort of run and, sacrifice herself instead of losing her count.
Oh, great swing bowling there from Ing. That ends the second over. West Indies 14 for 1 of the 2, needing 149 runs. As we look at it, batting, Dotton, Claxton, Glasgow, Laney. Who do you think needs to score? Make a big score here for West Indies. Is it a Dotton or maybe a Hayley Matthews to keep them in the game?
I think as long as Hayley Matthews is still there, she can definitely have a big innings. But Dotton obviously will have a role to play. Elaine, as an all-rounder, I think she will certainly have a role to play later on. In fact, even Claxton or Glasgow, anyone at the middle order really should be able to get a big score.
Oh, Rosemary, yeah. Anyone in the big order needs to make a big score, like you said. Sorry to interrupt. It is Rosemary Meer. Look at this. Look at this now here from Joseph. Lazy, looking at that body, just shouting Hayley Matthews there. Not. What?
Yeah, I think to be fair, the single probably wasn't on, but still, you've got to have some communication. And I think Joseph was a little bit lazy. Matthews was a bit too impulsive.
Oh, into the drop opportunity, and Hayley Matthews stays here still by the crease. Easy shot, drop the catch. Through her hands there, and a missed opportunity there for New Zealand.
I think she might have just dropped the match there, Jean-Luc. She might have just dropped that match.
Look at that. Coming from in. No, yeah. Like you said, you need to take your catches. Catches win your matches. The fielding as well.
Yeah. Not very sharp from Izzy there, it has to be said.
Great bowling here by Rosemary Meer. Back to the bowler. Looking for that swing. Oh, that was a great bowling here from Rosemary Meer. Bowling the third over here for West Indies. Hayley Matthews stay still at the crease with a drop chance by Izzy Sharp. So Rosemary Meer bowling to Campbell. What? Is it a fun tickle? No. What called? Oh, Rosemary Meer. Like a line. But just need to see. Wait. Now looking at this run out again, they're showing it again. Yeah. We can talk the whole match of this. I don't think there was never a run on that.
Yeah, it's always sort of better to be safe, really. And, Kiana Joseph, she was dozy, but again, Matthews probably had no business falling for that run.
Yeah. Lazy, Nice. So finds 1 run, 2 balls to go of this Rosemary Meer over. Good over here from the White Ferns. As long as Hayley Matthews is at the crease, there is still a good chance for West Indies. Rosemary Meer bowling to Matthews. A little bit of swing wide. Misfield there by Broke Halliday. Allowed the 1, 2, 3, 4 from the over with 1 ball still to go. Impressed by Rosemary Meer so far. A lot of slow balls out of the hand.
Yeah, she's certainly the one who's looked a lot more threatening. She will definitely be key, but she's now bowled her second over. So Amelia Kerr will have to think about, either letting her bowl her straight quota or saving her for a couple of overs near the end.
So a late bye to end the third over. After 3 overs, West Indies 19 for 1.
Barely over 6 and over, so that's a decent enough start. But I think New Zealand will feel that they should have had another wicket there, maybe at least 2.
Opportunity drop there. I think Matthews looking at the head-to-head into 24 matches being played between these two sides. New Zealand 18 winning New Zealand, West Indies 5, and only one no result. So New Zealand they have the upper end over West Indies.
Yeah. I mean,
Now
the West Indies obvious.
coming into bowl. Yeah, the West Indies.
Yeah, the West Indies, I think, have just tried to sort of hold their own, but they do still have some heritage being champions in the sport.
Jessica is the sister of Milia, if I'm right.
Yeah, she's the elder sister of the New Zealand captain.
Jessica, also lovely action. Nice. Oh, Jessica, I like her action as well. Patel here, swinging that one. Camel plays it, and only for one run. So the boundary is running up here for West Indies.
But I think it's a credit to the quality of the New Zealand bowling that they're not really, getting too much in terms of boundaries as of yet. But I think Matthews also, having had that drop, she might be a little bit wary of making another mistake.
Oh, bowling by Jessica here. Yeah. Gives that slower ball deliveries. Only for one there by Matthews. So 3 overs. 3 overs. 3 balls to go in the 4th over. And best figures, like I said, Kim for yesterday with that 4 for 22. Second is Eleni in this match, 4 for 27. So good bowling here by England's bowler and with the West Indies bowler.
Yeah, and there were 2 3-wicket hauls in the same match, Gordon and Fraser against Ireland, and I think both of them really just put the shackles on the Irish there very well.
You see that in action, Danny White and Sophia Dunkley. Oh, nice bowling by Jessica. Giving Campbell no room. Nice steady on the wickets. That's what you want to do, Mario. You don't want to give any room. Keep the ball onto the stumps with the bowling.
Yes, exactly. You want to make sure that you get everything spot on, and that's what Jessica has done so far.
Jessica now wide shot here from Campbell, and they looking to come back for 2. A little bit struggling, but they come back for the 2. Almost trouble with another run out.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem if Hayley Matthews can't communicate with her players. And last ball, and New Zealand, West Indies will obviously need something here because their run rate's quite low.
So final ball of the 4th over. Jessica, bowling nice steady test. Length there for no run. A good over from Jessica in her opening over. Only 4 runs conceded after 4. West Indies 23 for 1.
Run rate of 5.75. Not good if you want to chase. So this is a good start from New Zealand, but I think
steady.
They're going to look back on that drop chance from by Izzy Sharp and say that was where they could have actually really stamped their mark on this match.
And yes, here we have it, Marty. Bowling Nancy. Tell me more about her. I don't know a lot of her. I did see she's a good spin bowler.
Yeah, as I said, born in India, but obviously moved to New Zealand at a very young age, played for the New Zealand under-19s and all the districts. And she's an off-break bowler.
Coming back for 2. Good running.
Yeah. Izzy Sharp there making up for that poor drop catch by saving a boundary, but not the best of start from Lindsay. And I think it's Matthews down injured.
Yeah, it looks like it down, looking like cramp. Let's see here. When she turned for a second, she got, look at this running between the wickets, coming back for a second run. We got you injured. Yeah, there when she want to dive. Oh, looks like a little bit of a cramp there. Not sure. But she is down injured at the moment, and the medic coming on here. The physio, what do you call it?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just a cramp and nothing more, because she pointed to her hamstring. And, you know, hamstring injuries are very, very serious potential.
Getting treatment there. Looks like she's all right. Hayley Matthews coming up. Is he going to continue? Just stretching a little bit. Oh, it's just... Injury currently there. Stop of player. Hayley Matthews getting some attention. So what? Yeah, they need a couple of boundaries here in the final couple of overs before the end of the power play.
Seeing Kiana Joseph talking to a teammate, I think she still feels angry at the run out. And
Hayley Matthews was down the track already, and James Jones is just sloppy running there. Oh no. We can talk forever about this, but looks like Hayley Matthews is going to continue.
Yeah, I think she should be okay, but you know, she is going to have to make sure that she plays a little bit carefully.
So Nancy Patel back to Matthews. Great bowling there. So West Indies run rate at 5.77. Required run rate is up to 8 already, 8.81. They need a couple of boundaries to bring that below. Patel swept by Matthews. One bounce just short of Sophie Devine for one.
Just a single. And this is actually better bowling, because you saw the first delivery which Matthews played to back the square leg. She just drifted down the leg side. But again, for an off spinner, you want to make sure you keep a tight line, stick to off the middle, don't bowl too wide. Let's see how she does it.
Excellent bowling here from Nunzi. Already just 3 runs of this 5th over. Great captaincy by Amelia Kerr, bringing the young Nancy into the attack to put West Indies under a little bit of pressure. She's bowling now to Campbell. Can Campbell get some momentum back to the West Indies? Nancy down the ground and over. Dead, and one bounce for 4. Good attacking shot by Campbell, and that will go on for a 4. Nice. That's what you see. Aggressive attack.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why Nancy changed her angle there. She bowled round the wicket.
Yeah. So, for the last ball of the 5th over coming up, Nancy now back to Campbell, and it gets the 1 run. So, of the 5 overs, West Indies 31 for 1. Still requiring 132 of 90 deliveries.
Yeah, I was just saying, Janlu, I'm not too sure why she changed her angle, because she was bowling well over the wicket, but then she went round. And when she went round the wicket, you know, she got hit before with Campbell going down the ground. Should have had the confidence to keep bowling over the wicket, I think. But
yeah, I agree, 100% over the wicket anyway. Let's see who's going to bowl the final over of the power play. And at the moment, West Indies cruising at a run rate of 6.2, 31 for 5. So Jessica bowling a second over to Campbell for no run. West Indies struggling to get and I must say, in the previous earlier stages game today as well, Ireland struggling a lot of dot deliveries earlier today as well. And that's what New Zealand putting the pressure here now against the West Indies as well with the start deliveries.
Yeah, again, the thing with Ireland obviously was that they just weren't able to get it together with the bat, and that really cost.
Yeah. Down for 1 run. Couldn't get going with the bat. Run rate ticking surely up to 8.93. Need a couple of boundaries here with 4 balls to go in the power play. Somebody must make a big score. Somebody must get to that leadership. Jessica, according to Matthews, again, look at that, Marnie. Stay Yorker delivery absolutely can do nothing with that ball.
Oh yeah, that is beautiful. I mean, it's she's not a very quick bowler, obviously, but if she can really get that length spot on and get that Yorker in, sort of a slower Yorker, and it's not very easy to play. Very nicely done.
Just go back to Matthews for back. Easy guys with the fielding for 1 run. And you see Kat Frindreis earlier today. Great innings by her at Old Trafford earlier today. That was the first match of the triple header today. Great play, 60 off 39 balls. What a knock there earlier today by Kat Frindreis.
Quality innings from the Scotland captain and a great partnership with her sister, Sarah Bryce.
Brilliant. That was, for me, where the game turned. So another 1 run there. So again, excellent over here. Only 3 runs with 1 ball to go. West Indies cruising here at 34 for 1. Just excellent quality bowling here from the New Zealand ladies. So final ball of the power play. Jessica to Matthews. And Matthews plays it there. Sophie de must field there for 1. And that ends the power play. So after 6 overs, it will be also drinks. It will be West Indies 35 for 1. Cruising. Run rate is up to 9.14 and over. And Marnie, they're cruising at the moment. Somebody need to make, after the power play, need to take a little bit of the big shots here.
I think you mean to say New Zealand are cruising, yeah. And I'll tell you what. Let me say this right now. New Zealand obviously have done a really good job putting the shackles on the West Indies batswomen. But again, it's not for nothing that we say drop catches will lose matches. And Izzy Sharp has to look back on that opportunity of Hayley Matthews and say, you know what, she should have done better there. So a lot's going to rest on Hayley and the other batswomen and how they will play. And obviously there is some good batting to come in the form of Deandra Dottin and the likes of Claxton and Glasgow and 1 or 2 others.
So important here to see what is going to happen in the next couple of overs. Like I said, cruising here at the moment is West Indies 45 for 1. So we will be seeing Marnie. We will be back now. So yeah, there we are. It's just busy on his side as well. So no problem. And Marnie, what's the time then? You so now it's almost India. It's early morning.
Yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning, and need to have some snacks sometime soon. I mean, I was supposed. While you had some snacks to eat, I had to do some cooking. So by the time this ends, I'm going to have to go and get something to eat. But it's nice. It's worth it. I've done this before. Hannah will tell you for his channel many times.
Chat coming through here in the comment sections. No, I don't mean. I don't know what that means. A lot of Indian people in the chat here, Marnie.
Yeah, some of these chats are really, not worth them reading.
Yeah,
Transformer. Some you can see for yourself that some of them are just not worth your time.
So crowd, nice crowd in there for the opening match there in Southampton. We will talk in bowling now again. We are back here. We will talk about tomorrow's matches just a little bit later, so stay soon. We have one match tomorrow, but we're telling you a little bit later. Illing back to Matthews. Oh, nice bowling here from Illing. No run. Oh, I like this bowling. Jessica Illing, Rosemary Meyer.
Yeah, she's sort of changed her angle too and is now bowling round the wicket, and that's good thinking there because, you know, again, of course, when you're bowling left on seam, it's always going to be the case that the ball will sort of drift away towards the right, and you have to make sure that you don't want to give the batsman any kind of width or anything. So this is really good stuff from Illing so far. That wasn't good. That was short and wide and had hit me written all over it.
Hit me all over the ball there by Hayley Matthews. Gets a score on to 21. Yeah, that's it yourself. Link ball there from, not great bowling there from Illing. Hayley Matthews not going to miss out on that. So Illing pat, yeah, into the end, not a drop catch this time. Hayley Matthews, second opportunity, drop catch. Who's this player? Is it easy, guys? Not sure.
It's Maddie Green, and tell you what, she's going to be green all over, sick of having dropped that.
Yo, it's Maddie Green, yeah, not easy, guys. Yeah, so Illing back here to Matthews, into the nice into the cap for 4 runs. So Illing now to where Hayley Matthews wasn't supposed to go to the pavilion. She gets a second opportunity and adds another 4 to the score. You need to take your catches. And there we see punishing you, Money. Not second drop catch for New Zealand.
Yeah, and it's going to prove really costly because she's now moved to 25, the West Indies captain. And and she's scoring in that same area, point and backward point. So
another one shot there by Matthews. So one more to come in the 7th over. Just looking at this LBW shot. No, that was missing. The final ball, 9 runs off the 7th over. Illing bowling to Campbell this time around. So Illing, bowling to Campbell. A little bit short, over the keeper, one couple of bounces over the keeper's head. And that ends as expensive over there for New Zealand. 4-8. So 13 runs coming off the 7th over. That's a little bit better there, Marnie. At the end of 7 overs, West Indies 48 for 1, requiring 115 still of our 78 balls.
Yeah, 13 runs off that over, 3 boundaries. And that raises the West Indies run rate to just below 7. So if I were Mealy Kerr, I'd say, you know what, I can't keep sorry, Bree, but I can't keep you in the attack. But then, you know, she's had 2 drop catches off her bowling, so you definitely have to feel some sympathy for her. But again, you know, there's also your responsibility as a bowler to make sure you get the line right. And if you stray in, you know, your line or your length isn't spot on, you are going to get hit. Now, we've just taken a look at the graph, the comparative graph. The West Indies are still just behind New Zealand, but this could be a time when they start to accelerate. Now we have the New Zealand captain bowling.
And immediately into the cap. Nice placement there from Matthews. And immediately Amelia Kerr under pressure with the boundary. Only Matthews. And now the West Indies putting the boundaries back to New Zealand. Great shot there into the cap for nice 4 runs. Nice placement.
Yeah, Amelia Kerr obviously, I think she was going for the googly, which went the other way, but Hayley Matthews picked that very well, and that's too short, really. Again, if you're a leg break bowler, you've got to bowl fuller than that. You've got to get you to a bowl that. And there was no way Fields were going to get that.
So Mirak bowling to Matthews, and again sweep. into the gap and coming back for only 1 run. This part is the bowling here for West Indies. Oh, slow and steady bowling nicely here for the West Indies.
Yeah, Amelia Kerr, leg spin bowler, ranked 11th in the world. She's taken over 100 wickets already. But yeah, she was going for the googly there.
Sweep, looking for 2. And almost there. But luckily Campbell coming back for the 2 runs there for West Indies.
Yeah, once again, Hayley Matthews living a very charmed life out there. She's had 2 drop catches and survived. I mean, she survived the run out and a couple more run out attempts already. So New Zealanders have got to get their composure right.
So the win predictor at the moment, 53% goes with West Indies, 47 at the moment with New Zealand. Quite a little bit too early for me. So Amelia Kerr bowling to Campbell, using a fade Campbell, and straight back to Maddie Green with the fielding for 1 run. So that's second wicket partnership bowling here for West Indies. 44 of 37 balls.
Yeah, this is a fine partnership. Certainly the experience of Campbell, along with her captain Matthews, coming to the fore, and Matthews also taking the lead, but also, it has to be said, benefiting from some pretty poor fielding. And yeah, this is the dive, and she was well safe.
Well safe. Dot ball, 2 balls to go in the 8 over here. Amelia Kerr looking just at this ball. Oh, just the inside edge to the pad. Are they going up? It looks like Amelia Kerr has reviewed this. They're going up to check.
Wow. This is going to be crucial because, reviews cannot be just used willy-nilly.
I think there was an inside edge, but let's see.
I mean, we saw a wasted review yesterday.
Oh, that's wrong. That's not. That's. I think that's a wasted review. There's an inside edge. Yeah, outer edge shows it as well. That's it.
Yeah.
I see that before they going. Why? So dot ball. No, the review lost there by New Zealand. So final ball of the 8 over. So Amelia Kerr now to Hayley Matthews. And Hayley Matthews, you usually want to play a back foot shot, but defends with no run. Of the 8 overs, West Indies 56 for 1, still requiring 107 from 72. And Money, if they can stay this 2, as long as they can stay in at the crease, this chase is well on.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going at 7 and over with a required run rate of just under 9 and over. But as you said, partnerships will really, change everything. And the West Indies were very successful at breaking a lot of New Zealand partnerships and preventing them from getting a very big total. And with Matthews still at the crease, playing as well as she is, they've got a chance. But as I've said, she has lived a charmed life. She has lived a very charmed life.
Stumping opportunity there, gone easy, guys. Sophie Devine into the attack. Opportunity again, Money, another opportunity gone.
I wouldn't say it's an opportunity. It's sort of
a little bit too fast.
Yeah, it was a bit too fast. It went a bit quick there.
Yeah, sorry. That's a little bit too fast. Yeah. So scoop there from Campbell and Jessica chasing, but it finds the boundary for 4. So nice start to the over here for Campbell. Now bowling as well with Hayley Matthews. Nice steady partnership. That is what I'm just telling a little bit earlier. Nice steady partnership bowling here for the West Indies.
Yeah, the partnership is, of course, going along very nicely indeed, and it's up to 48 right now. And again, we're seeing the paddle sweep or scoop or whatever you want to call it, and that's going to be a very, very frequently used shot in this tournament.
Yeah. So that run rate is well in capacity for the West Indies. Sophie Devine bowling to Campbell. Nice, cheeky, looking for a run, misfield, but allows the run. And Campbell off strike, gives a strike back to Hayley Matthews. So Devine back, a little bit short, into the cap for one.
Yeah, just seeing a graphic there of Hayley Matthews batting against the seam today. It's like when you bowl into her and make sure you cramp her for room, she can't really get the ball away, and she's found it difficult. But even here again, you know, as long as New Zealand can keep restricting the West Indies to just singles, I think they could be okay, but it's a dangerous game.
Cricket is a funny sport there. Again, another single, 5, 6, 7 runs on the over with one more to come in the 9th over. And the one bowling now to Matthews. This game can come very interesting. Could we see the first now bite match here in the cricket ICC T20 Women's World Cup? Short, great running here between these two. Allows a single. So 8 out of the over. Of the 9 overs gone, West Indies 64 for 1. Leading 99 of 66, and Money, can we see a tight match? Looks like this is going to be going till the end.
Oh yeah, now the required run rate has increased to exactly 9 and over. So you will think the West Indies will need to start motoring at some point, but you know, this partnership is doing really well. I think they've just had the 50 partnership now, haven't they? Yes, it's a partnership of 52 currently. So, yeah, they're going to look to try to increase this partnership of 45 balls currently. Both of them scoring equal amount of runs.
And as I talk, Miljake, under by Matthews only for 1 Miljake. Can she get the breakthrough here for the White Ferns?
I think the problem with Mealy is that she does seem to not really get that much in terms of she's not getting that much in terms of drift from the looks of this.
And then there's both money talk there, reverse sweep miss, and it's Campbell gone, or is it Matthews? No, it's Campbell.
It's Campbell, and the West Indies will take that, but I think they might ask for a review. I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to see.
Decision has been reviewed, and Campbell will go up to check. That is the second wicket down for West Indies. Just after the 50 partnership. Let's see, where was this ball pitching? In line? Was there outer edge? Let's see. Kieran Claster getting a lot of work at the third umpire and no money.
Yeah. It could very well be that. Wait. It does look as though there might be a gap between the bat and the ball this time. It does hit her on the knee, actually on the upper thigh. Now she was batting right-handed, so yeah, you can see there the gap between the ball and the bat hits her right on the up on the thigh, and the only question is it in line?
Yeah, pitching. Let's see. The question is in line, outside, impact outside, review retain, and West Indies keep their review.
Yeah, it was a bit too far outside the line to sort of be considered for an LBW, but you know, there is some hope here now for Mealy Kerr. She just has to make sure she gets the line right, and the West Indies used that review perfectly. And clearly, there was a signal to use the review. I think the squad there was saying no, that was far too wide.
Oh,
He's
not a
flat
great
outside.
one. Still batting to come. Dotton still waits for West Indies. We know she's an attacking player, Deandra Dotton. So now 1 run added to the score. Easy, guys. Oh, we will talk. New Zealand's second match, we will talk about that later. I will tell you guys later who they're playing in the second match. I think it's Sri Lanka. Yeah, Sri Lanka on Monday. Oh, and what? Not good play. Is it? What's happening here now?
Well, they were looking for an overthrow, but I don't think they were able to get it.
So 2 balls to go in the 10th over. Then we are halfway of this innings.
Every time they are unable to get a boundary, the run rate will keep increasing.
Yeah.
So, as I said, they are going to have to start, motoring along.
Down the ground there by Campbell. Finds the fielder for only 1. Matty Green with the fielding. And like you said, Mo, yeah, every dot or every single, the run rate is going to climb. So final ball of the 10th over. Matt Pierce with a sweep. But there is a fielder there, only for 1. So halfway stage, it is West Indies 69 for 1. And needing 94 of 60 balls. Required run rate now 9.40 and over.
And the current run rate is 6.9. So this is good stuff. And so how Mealy Kerr rotates her bowlers will be key. There's no way that she can give Bree Illing another over because, she was able to, she ended up releasing quite a bit of pressure. I think she's saving Rosemary Mayer for 1 or 2 overs, either in the middle of the. There are 10 overs left, so she could get another over after about 3 or 4 to try to break the partnership, and will bowl 1 near the end. Jess Kerr has also been outstanding. I think Mealy Kerr's done quite well. Sophie Devine and Nancy Patel have just conceded 8. Just Illing has been the problem here. It's Nancy now who bowls her first ball. And she gets the field placing right with short fine leg coming on, bowling round the wicket, trying to cramp the batters for room. So let's see how she does with her next ball.
Nancy Patel over the. What a shot from Matthews, and it goes all the way for a 6. What an excellent shot there from Hayley Matthews. Extra cover over for 6. What a shot. 80 meters.
Quality shot. I think she probably saw that there were some gaps in the outside field, and it was also a pretty poor ball from Nancy, quite a bit short, and Hayley using the long handle there, quite brilliant.
Nancy, what? Oh, another opportunity dropped out of the hands. Nancy Patel, but I think her elbow hit the ground and then the ball popped out. Let's check again. Yeah, that is the elbow hit the ground. She had the ball. Oh,
that is tragic.
Yes. Almost. Good. Oh.
She actually did a great job of getting it in her fingers, but on impact it just fell out.
Nancy Patel.
Drop catch of
here comes another drop catch. This time it is Amelia Kerr. Puts down Campbell. It's all happening here, Miami. What on earth are we seeing here now? Amelia Kerr puts that one down. Look at that. Oh my word.
This time it's Campbell with the drop catch.
Nancy Patel back here, down the ground for 1 Plummer with the fielding. Oh, Amelia Kerr with a Normally with safe hands there, Marnie.
Yeah, normally with very safe hands, but I think it is a sign that maybe even the pressure started to tell now, and you can see that six has sort of rattled them a bit.
Not good bowling here from Nancy Patel. Expensive over here. 10, 12, 13, 14 from the 11th over. And it moves to Hayley Matthews to 47 after 11 overs. And the run right now going down to 8.89. It is after 11, 83 for 1. Not a good over here from Nancy Patel.
Yeah, I think she's once again bowling short. If you bowl too short out of an off spinner, you are asking for trouble. And she was trying to bowl around the wicket. I'm not too sure why she should have done that, to be honest with you. Needs to be more attacking.
Sure. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button on both me and Anu's channel. Would be appreciated. Would be much appreciated. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes as well. Jessica bowling the 12th over. Nice on the stumps by Campbell. And they're looking for two. No, only one. Place fielding by Plymouth. You see.
And once again, I think, you'd expect Nancy to be bowling a lot better, but I think she's just letting the pressure off a little bit. But so far, with the exception of Illing, I think Jessica and Rosemary Mayer have been really outstanding, very economical, and they're going to have to keep the pressure on.
Oh, opportunity just short of Amelia Kurdick, dot ball. Partnership 72,
Okay. Yep,
very
72.
Good. Looking very good. Hayley Matthews 3 away from a well-deserved half century. Will she get it in this ball? Jessica bowling to Matthews. Short. And no, there is a fielder there for 1. Campbell back on strike.
But again, this is really important stuff from Jessica, only dealing in singles, and once again, not really willing to allow the West Indies to get too far away. So just when you think that the West Indies might be making some sort of a headway, they end up being pegged back a little bit.
No, Crown shot there for 1. The great bowling here from Jessica, like Marnie said. Excellent on the stump. And look at this. We're looking at New Zealand's missed opportunities. First one, down there from Easy Shot. Second one, dropped by Mary Green. And then a missed opportunity there as well. Lindsay Patel missed it. So there was 4 chances for the White Ferns. Back here by Jessica. What a shot, Hayley Matthews. But it finds Mary Green. And an important wicket there for the White Ferns as Jessica strikes. And it is the end of Hayley Matthews, the captain. Important wicket there. And it gets the end of the partnership.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. You can only be lucky for so long, but when you push your luck too far, you will end up paying. And another excellent delivery from Jessica. A sort of a leg break, slower ball. Hoping to play the stand and deliver shot, but not really getting to it. Fielder there at long on, and Maddie Green making amends for an earlier drop, and the captain's elder sister coming up trumps with the ball. So no half century for the West Indies captain, but fine innings. And yet, with Deandra Dottin coming in, there will be some pressure, but there is still a little bit of hope.
There's a little bit of a new pattern. Andrea Dottin coming into the crease here. Jessica White, good over here already. 3 runs and a wicket. 1 ball. Look at their figures. 1 for 11 after 2.5. Excellent. So Deandra Dottin in at 4 for the West Indies, leading still 77 of 49 balls. We know the attacking player what she can do. So Jessica bowling to Dottin. First ball on the stumps, great test link, and that will be a dot. End of the 12th over. After 12, it is West Indies 86 for 2.
Brilliant bowling in the block hole, as they would say, and that is how the type of over you onto ball. Bold with 3 runs and an important wicket from that. And now the pressure increases. So, as you mentioned, Gianlu, Deandra Dottin is quite an attacking player, but but now with only 6 overs left, I think 48 balls are left. No, 8 overs are left, I should say.
8 overs.
She is going to have to start. She is going to have to start really. She's going to have to start accelerating.
So Sophie Devine back into the attack, just over Amelia Kerr's head, goes for 4, and Campbell gets the for what they needed, just over Amelia Kerr's head.
Yeah, that they definitely needed that, and just goes to show when you bowl that type of pace, you've also got to be prepared for a shot there, and a much taller fielder would have caught that.
Oh, bowling Devine, brilliant.
Oh, beautifully done. Straight through. Bang on 100 kilometers an hour.
Long on, take that catch. Devine, Campbell finds the fielder, dots. And now the pressure, the dots folding to find, and the run rate climbing up now, almost over 10 now. So Devine back for the 4th delivery, and a little bit of inside edge there, but great fielding there by coming back for the 2nd, and they will get it. So 2 balls to go in this 13th over. Great running there.
Yeah, it had to be good because they had to make sure that they saw where the ball was going. But they need to start scoring more. And Dottin has only played 1 ball, hasn't really been gone into it. And another sweep shot there to backward square leg. That'll be a single. And now Dottin's on strike, so we're going to see how she plays here.
Final ball of the 13th over, like Marnie mentioned, it is Dottin on strike. What will she do? Sophie Devine to Dottin. And nice bowling there. Dot ball to end the 13th over, and now the pressure bowling now. Within is 93 for 2 after 13, requiring 70 of 42. The run rate exactly on 10 per over now.
Yep, 10 on the dot, and every dot ball will just add to the pressure. They need to start dealing in boundaries, the West Indies, otherwise they will be done for.
So, yeah, who's got the ball now? The important Amelia Kerr is going to get another over here. Only the 14th. And back to Campbell. All the way for maximum. And pressure on straight back to Amelia Kerr. First ball of a 3rd over goes for maximum.
Wonderful shot there from... Yeah, as you said, great use of her feet there. And that takes the West Indies total to 99. And... just too short there from the New Zealand captain.
Amelia Kerr for the 2nd delivery sweep. And that will be 100 coming up in the 13.2 overs. 100 is up for the West Indies. And are we in for a tight finish here? 100 is up on the board for the West Indies. So Amelia Kerr bowling to Dottin. We know what Dottin, she likes to go as well. But just 2 deliveries faced by Dottin. That was a good shot there using the feet of Campbell. So Amelia Kerr back to Dottin. And shot here to the field for only one. Every one ball, the run rate is every dot or one, like you said, the run rate is climbing.
By the way, I don't know if you mentioned this, but the New Zealand players are wearing black armbands today, and that's in solidarity with Brooke Halliday and her family after the tragic passing of her younger brother in a road accident last month. So we offer the family condolences, and that's a sharp chance they're put down by Mealy Kerr. But again, drop catches are a problem, Shanlu. They're a problem.
I think it's the fifth one in that match. Yeah, drop catches are a problem. Mealy Kerr bowling to Dotton. And Dotton decides to go down the ground, but Matty Green is there to take it cover. Only for one. So final ball, and now the run rate 60 of 37 balls. Oh no, the hand there by Mealy Kerr. So Kerr bowling to Campbell, and Campbell using the feet, and maximum clears the boundary for a 6. Expensive over comes to an end. 6, 12, 30, 40, 50, 16 of the over, and it's Campbell goes to a well-deserved half century. After 14 overs, it's the West Indies staying in this game. 109 for 2, requiring 54 of 36. And it will be drinks.
Yeah, brilliant shot there from Campbell, and that's 2 sixes in the over from the New Zealand captain, but probably the most expensive this innings. And it could very well be that she might have to take herself out of the attack. But using the feet beautifully, and it's now decreased the required run rate from 10 to exactly 9. So, you know, that is one way definitely to, you know, release some pressure and sort of try and seize the initiative. But and again, you take a look at that reaction chance. I think if Kerr had just tried to get her body behind that, you know, maybe she had a better chance. Sticking your hand out is never going to be the best thing to do. And that's her first T20 International 50 after 122 attempts. So, well done.
Well done.
Shemaine Campbell.
So, yeah, 6 overs to go. If Campbell can stay there till the end, this game is still on for West Indies.
Yep. I think she's probably the one who will be entrusted to try to provide the acceleration. Dottin hasn't really gotten into the game as of yet, but she hasn't placed too many deliveries either.
I think now give the ball back to Ealing and Rosemary Mayer for 2 overs.
Yeah, I agree. I did say that, you know, Mayer would be brought back in the middle, maybe about the 15th over to try to break a partnership. So let's see if she can do that.
Let's see. Good to see the crowd there as well.
The win predictor still saying that New Zealand have a 63% chance.
Yeah.
But, you know, with Campbell batting the way she's doing, it's still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, 50 up for grabs. Here we go. It is Rosemary Mayer back on the. That's what I wanted. Rosemary Mayer off. No, 0 wickets for 7 runs after 2. She's bowling her third over. Here we go. Rosemary Mayer starting to the 15th over to Dottin, only for 1. Great bowling from Rosemary Mayer.
Yeah, Dottin wanted a second there, but Shemaine Campbell said no. And now this is going to be an interesting duel because Campbell has shown that she does like to use her feet and go down the track. How does she play the seamer? Let's see.
Let's see. So Campbell on strike to Rosemary Mayer. What great figures there tonight. So Mayer, another scoop over the keeper. Fine shot, and that ball will run away. No, great fielding there from New Zealand. Come back for 2. Great fielding there by Ealing.
That is brilliant fielding. Saved 2 runs.
Oh, what is fielding there? Let's check in the boundary here. Let's see. That's fielding. That's excellent fielding by Ealing. Just checking it again. It looks good for me.
Yeah, the only issue is that when her left hand was on the ball, did her leg hit the rope? And I don't think it did. So, very good stuff there.
Checking it again. Let's see that the hand. That was fine for me as well.
It's a tight call. It was a tight call, but they've checked it. Great stuff there from the left arm seamer.
Brilliant fielding there from. Still checking. But for me,
Maybe. I think they're trying to see if, in this situation, the benefit of the doubt might just go to the fielder. But if her fingers were on the ball as she hit the rope, then it could very well end up being a boundary. We'll see.
Right. I'm giving her that 40. So 50, it's a 4.
That is very unfortunate.
So now 49 or 34. Woo-hoo-hoo. Rosemary Mayer back to Campbell for her dot ball. Excellent. This is now well in the hands for West Indies. If Campbell can stay, they can get a score.
Yeah, it's still dicey because it's still approximately 9 and over. But,
and Rosemary Mayer finds the Campbell with it there. They're coming back for 2. Good running, West Indies. Excellent running there from the West Indies.
So.
So Rosemary Mayer to Campbell into the cap. Who's chasing this one? Brooke Halliday. And they're coming back for 2. Great running here from the West Indies. Great running here from the West Indies.
Yeah, they've got a spring in their step now, the Caribbeans, and I think they certainly feel as though, this match is there to be won. But New Zealand now have got to try to maintain their composure. It's still not going to be easy.
So final ball of the 15th over Campbell on strike. Rosemary Mayer finds the fielder there from Campbell. So 5 overs to go. West Indies 119 for 2, requiring a 44 of the last 30 balls. And now this could be, for me, the favor in West Indies. 44-30.
It could definitely be, and unless New Zealand find a way to break this partnership and get a wicket or 2, then that could very well be the match in the West Indies' favour. You're right. Shemaine Campbell's batted magnificently, continuing the good work done by her skipper, Hayley Matthews. And it has to be said, though, that the drop catches have really cost New Zealand today.
100%.
They're going to look back on those drop
catches.
They're going to look back on that and say that those drop catches have cost them.
So Cheska back to Campbell, and Campbell decides to play the plumber with the fielding, and they're coming back for 2. And what is the decision now? It's 2. Great running from West Indies here.
Yeah, they made it comfortably enough. The throw was a little bit wide. It needed to be more on target to make it a bit tighter.
Yeah.
So, not necessarily a bad start there from Jessica, but she would have liked to have limited that to 1. And yeah, you can see right now the West Indies just look sharper and a bit fitter. And I think the White Ferns are starting to lose composure.
The White Ferns need to get a wicket here. This is well and true in favour here for the West Indies. So, Jessica pointing to Campbell. Campbell plays it out wide, only for 1. Baron Galladay with the fielding. Best match so far of the World Cup. I think this one is so far. What a game.
Yeah, it's probably been the best match in terms of being the most competitive. But
oh my word, Marnie.
Oh boy.
How many 6 drop catches today? And this time Dotton. Oh boy.
Yeah, some of these catches have been one or two of these catches have been difficult, but the majority of them you'd think that they would have been caught.
So Jessica back to Campbell and a wide one there.
That's atrocious. It really is.
You must. Oh, look at correctly. Oh my, sitting there, the coach. How many drop catches? And that could be the crucial stages here for New Zealand if they look back at this game. So many drop catches tonight.
Yeah, and Izzy Gay's there, just not able to hold on to that. I think she went up a bit too quickly there.
And Dotton now into the gap here. Great fury from Plymouth, but they will come back for 2 excellent running here from New Zealand, West Indies. And now this game is starting to get tight.
Very tight.
Final.
Run rate is still around about 9 and over, but I think the West Indies are playing this very well indeed. New Zealand are just losing their composure at the worst possible time.
So final ball of 16 over has Dotton as he has the power and excellent catch by Maddie Green, and that is an excellent wicket for the White Ferns, and it's to the part of Deandra Dotton. Excellent catch there on the boundary by Maddie Green. Third wicket gone.
A brilliant catch under pressure. She was standing next to the rope. These are the types of catches that could very easily go for 6 if they're dropped or misfielded. But that, I'll tell you what, if they do go on to win, those 6 drops will be just a bad memory. I think they'll look back on these 2 catches from Maddie Green as something that's really saved them. So Dotton not really troubling the scorers there, 6 off 8. And so it'll probably be Claxton coming in, I think.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. Claxton is next in. So 27 or 24. Yeah.
We've had someone in the chat saying that they disagreed with that boundary. We disagreed too. And then, 6 drops also agreeing with you there. Banana Brooks 3836.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Good to see the people in the chat. As Claxton comes to the middle. Final 4 overs to go. And Sophie Devine. High to there. Campbell for only 1. So the new batter is now on strike. How important is now for Sophie Devine here to bowl an excellent over?
Yeah, well, obviously, she's got a left-hander that's just come to the crease. I mean, Dotton would have thought that she would have hit a 6 there, but that was brilliantly taken by Maddie Green. And now with Claxton coming in, Devine's going to have to sort of change her line and change her approach a bit because, the last thing that she would want is to let a new batsman come in and start scoring.
So Claxton on strike. It is Sophie Devine. Can she get another wicket? No. And here's a run out opportunity. No. Only one great running here. Keeps the press. Keep the strike back to Campbell.
Now, the thing is, New Zealand, West Indies rather, have only lost 3 wickets, so they do have some decent batting to come in.
Yeah.
But, with the run rate increasing and the number of balls decreasing, it's like there will still be a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, there will also be a little bit of pressure, like you said. Yeah, every dot ball, no boundary, put the pressure back onto the batting side. So Devine to Claxton, and they're looking for the one. Run out opportunity and misses. So 2 balls to go in the 17th over. There we see Glasgow waiting. Come onto the pitch here. So we will go to final. If it will be Jessica Einstein. She's 2 for 17. Oh, that's good. The final 3 overs. Illing, Rosemary Mere, maybe. And then
you definitely got to give Nair a final over, and maybe Devine can also have one, because
and now straight back to the boat. Excellent for there from Campbell. What a knock by Campbell tonight. 69 already on the board, and now down the ground smashes that one. 29 of 19.
Well, Jessica's already bowled herself out. I think Rosemary Mayer will have a final over. Sophie Devine might possibly get one more.
Final, they are just short, but coming back for 2. So end of 17 overs. West Indies requiring 27 of 18, and it's well possible here with Campbell playing an excellent knock.
Yeah, she's moved to 71 on 51, and the required run rate is now still exactly 9. So they're staying there or thereabouts. I mean, as long as they're able to get 1 boundary and over, they're pretty much home and dry. So they can have 5 singles and a boundary, and they'd be perfect. But every over. But as it stands, Mealy Kerr has 1 over left. I don't think she's going to bowl. Sophie Devine has 1 over left. Rosemary Mayer has 1 over. I think it could very well be. The only problem is now that how do you give an over to Illing or Patel, knowing how expensive they've been? That's the question here.
Look who's bowling the 18th over, Mealy Kerr. So she's bowling the 18th over, bowling to Claxton for only 1, and now the right batter is on strike, Campbell. Looking for 2, misfield there by New Zealand. Oh my, over. And then they're coming back for 3. Not a great throw there, man, for an easy shot.
Oh, that was absolutely poor. Just poor. That's 3 runs there when it should have been just the 1. And that is a sign of a team, Jamlu, that's losing its composure.
Yes. I think the momentum is here by West Indies to win this game now. 24 required of 17.
Absolutely. I think the worst part is that now it brings Campbell back on strike, and we know that Campbell definitely has enjoyed going down the track to Mealy Kerr and other spinners.
So down the ground goes Campbell. Is it over? Yes, it is a 6. It is Campbell playing an excellent knock here tonight. And it's Mealy Kerr under pressure, and was not the right decision to bowler. And it's a Craig McMillan looking there. Down the ground, Campbell, what a knock tonight. And Marnie, you said it before this over. Why are you bowling another over?
Yeah, exactly. And, once again, I think, the captain has chosen to sort of step up, but she's now put her head on the chopping block.
And that adds another 1 run to the score. Now it's Eagles, 16 of 50. Must be surely going to the batting side. Look at West Indies, how happy they are. What a win this should be for them in their opening match of the World Cup.
Yeah, this will be a brilliant win, and it will give them confidence when they play England later on in the group stage.
Oh, that should be a cracker as well. Looking forward to that as well. That game. New Zealand's next match is Monday against Sri Lanka. So, what do you think? That could be also if Sri Lanka plays better. Let's, but that should be also.
Yeah, New Zealand will fancy their chances against the Sri Lankan team that just look out of sorts, but they're going to have to make sure they put up a big win to improve their net run rate. But that's going to be useful. A dot ball there with the new batter, Claxton. And so that's probably one reason why Mealy Kerr brought herself on to bowl. So does she allow a single and bring Claxton back on strike, or does she bowl another dot ball?
And she bowls a massive wide pressure on the defending champions. They're looking to go down in their first match. What is happening here on the scoreboard? I don't know. But a match opportunity. There is scoreboard is on. So 2 overs to go. What a match we have on the store. The West Indies requiring 14 of the last 2. It's well in the hands of the West Indies.
Yeah, and that just underlines the importance of some really big overs there. Big boundaries, knocking the required run rate down from 9 to 7. You've got to say, I think for what it's worth, with 2 overs, Rosemary Mayer will bowl one of them. So do you give it to Mayer or do you give it to another bowler? Maybe Divine, perhaps.
That's what we the call. I will give it to Mayer this over. So let's see. Yeah, they're giving it to Rosemary Mayer. So 6, anything above 10 is going. You need. Here we go. Second last over is Rosemary Mayer back to Campbell, and that one Empire starts with a wide. That brings up to 150 for the West Indies, and now they are just a couple of weeks away for winning the opening match. You see, earlier today, Marty, we talked about the drop catches that New Zealand are going to look back. And so Rosemary Mayer, good ball, dot ball.
Yeah,
so coming up tomorrow, it will be Bangladesh playing against Netherlands. Netherlands making their debut. Not live on the channel, but will be live on the channel. It will be India against Pakistan. That old enemy. That will be live tomorrow on Hanu's channel. Not on mine, on Hanu's channel. I don't know who's doing it. Marty, do you know maybe? Are you doing it?
I think we might have someone doing it, but in case it doesn't happen, we'll find someone.
Oh, good. That should be a cracker as well coming out tomorrow, right? From Birmingham.
Yeah, and your smart money will be on India to win, but stranger things have happened. India are under pressure this tournament.
Into the Campbell gets it for 4. Now just moments away for victory. Campbell playing a man of the match innings here tonight.
Woman of the match, but we got the message. And this is it. See, all of the hard work that you've done bowling those and dot balls, but then you let the pressure off with some bad deliveries, drop catches, and I think it's fair to say that this is the end of New Zealand's defence of their tournament. Mealy Kerr did say that she wanted to start from a clean slate and not really think of themselves as defending champions, but I'm not too sure that's really the right way to go about it.
Coming back for 2, Campbell playing an excellent knock here. There we see Stefani Taylor not playing tonight, and Campbell is down with a little bit of cramps. 7 of 9. 7 of 9. You said it earlier today, Marnie. Melia Kerr said that she want to start off with the win. Don't forget, guys. I want to tell you guys, don't forget to hit and like and subscribe if you haven't. It would mean a lot to the channel. Plenty of more matches coming on to you with Marnie, Hanu, and me. So don't go anywhere. What a match we have in our stores today. What a great game here in the Group B match. 7 requiring of 9 balls. Campbell, what do you think? Will Campbell do? Will he look for the boundary to maybe finish it in this over? Let's see.
She might. We'll see what happens.
Rosemary Mere back onto the stumps for only 1 run. So 6 requiring of 8 balls. It's just a matter of time here. And what a first match for me on the cricket. What a first match. This was excellent. Great match, Marnie. Brilliant match tonight.
Yeah, you picked a real cracker tonight, and we're now going to see the first win by a side batting second. So the West Indies basically showing how to approach a chase, but New Zealand equally showing how not to field.
Yeah, no, that's a draw. So Claxton on strike. New Zealand, unfortunately, no way. Dropping 6 chances gone for New Zealand this evening. Dropping, that was that. So Rosemary Mere to Claxton here. And a great Yorker delivery. But I go to steal a run. Oh, misses the stump there by Easy Guys. And they're slipping. No, they're just going to. Oh, it's an opportunity for a run out. No. Everything is going on here now, Marnie.
Yeah, you can see right now. Obviously, this is the sort of time when you see the ball passing the batsman, and the non-striker decides to run for one, and that's 1 more run to the total. I think Campbell saw Claxton slipping and decided she couldn't go through with the second and had to run back. But
here we go. Final ball of the 19th over. Rosemary Mere to Campbell, and Campbell defines that for 1. So West Indies requiring only 4 in the last over, and it's surely theirs to lose now.
Yep, 1 boundary will seal it. And to answer your earlier question, I think Campbell will definitely want to get a boundary in this following over. 88 off 59. She won't get a century, but it's still a magnificent knock under the circumstances. Batting second, when West Indies lost Hayley Matthews and Deandra Dottin, you would have thought that they would be under a bit of pressure, but she's managed it magnificently.
Sure. Brilliant. Yeah, by Campbell this evening. West Indies are 4 runs away for winning this one tonight, and well deserved. Winning their opening match against the defending champions, New Zealand. Can you believe it? Yeah, you're getting it correctly. So, final couple of overs. It's possibly just this 1 more that Campbell want to smack out of the gun. It's going to be Sophie Devine that's going to hold the last over here.
Not too sure I've been really impressed with the way Mealy Kerr's handled things now. I think she was sort of doing a good job at the beginning of the innings, but when the pressure got to her, I think she cracked it.
And the question is, well, Susie Bates come into this because, that's into this next match. We will see. Questions has to be asked.
I think if Georgia Plymouth has another failure, then you've got to bring Susie back in.
Here we go. It's going to be the final over of this match. West Indies are 1 run away to get a season off to winning start. And it will be Sophie Devine on bowling to Campbell. Water speed of it's Campbell playing it through the cap. And that ball will race away to the boundary for no. Great defense. But I'm coming back for 2, so only 2 required now. 2 runs required here to win.
Yeah, they came back for 2. Could have thought of the third, but that brings Campbell to 90 off 60. Fantastic innings.
What an innings from Campbell. So, that's for the match. Look at the supporters there for the West Indies. Excellent today. What a knock by Campbell. Well deserved. So, here we go for 2 required of 5 balls. Sophie Devine bowling to Campbell. Campbell is definitely want to finish it off here with this one. Yeah. So Campbell on strike. Sophie Devon coming into bowl. Here we go. Campbell, nice Yorker bowling. Dot ball, 2 or 4.
Magnificent fielding there as well, off her own bowling from the former White Ferns captain.
Excellent there.
But both she and Bates will leave a very big hole in the team. Has to be filled.
So 2 or 4. Sophie Devon back to Campbell. All the fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Big one hit away. Campbell gets it and just requiring 1 run now. 1 of 3. And it will be Claxton on strike.
New Zealand will look back on this and say, yeah, 6 drop catches, a few missed stumpings. You're never going to be able to win.
That is 100. That's that. From there, it was no story. If that catches was a problem. Thank you for comment in English. No problem. No problem. So 1 of 2. All the fielders in. Cancel. Sophie Devon gets a Yorker spot on here. Look at this field. Here we go. Sophie Devon to Claxton. 1 of 3 required here for the West Indies. And that one is a swing and a miss. 1 of 2. Claxton needs to get put back. Oh boy, all we going to see. I'm not going to go there, Marnie. The swing and a miss.
I mean, seriously, there's no way that this match can end in a tie. I think if it does end in a tie, we'll have to look at how this affects the group. But 1 run off 2, I think there's no way that the West Indies can lose from here.
Here we go, Devine. And here's a run out opportunity. And he's we're going up to check. Is this the game?
No, I think she's safe. I think she's safe.
They will go check maybe here. What are we seeing here? I think she's safe as well. And it's West Indies winning this match by 7 wickets. A competitor. What a game. What a game, Marnie. Your thoughts of this match. What a cracker. And it's West Indies defeating the defending champions here by 7 wickets here in Edgbaston. What a brilliant game tonight.
And what a day for Shemaine Campbell to literally play her best innings, almost doubling her highest career score. Great innings under pressure. Hayley Matthews as well leading the way with a fine 48. Should have had a 50. But the story of the game today has got to be New Zealand's drop catches. And in addition, while they were batting, I think Brooke Halliday top scoring with 40 pretty much said it all. None of their batswomen were able to really get a big score. I think Izzy Gaze threatened to really put on a big score, but it was just partnerships being broken at the worst possible time for the White Ferns. And New Zealand just weren't able to get the wickets they needed. And the drop catches will definitely cost them, and they're constantly walking back to the dressing room. I just wonder what will be said, basically. So we will certainly hear from the captains as well. But the player of the match, I think there can only really be one candidate. I know Ali Alain got 4 wickets to, fault the charge, but for marshalling that chase expertly, it could only be Shemaine Campbell being the woman of the match.
Yeah, for me as well. What a game here. Within each one by 7 wickets. And what a game. What a game. Give it credit to Campbell. Both, do you want to hear what the captains have to say? I think we go to just hear what the captains have to say before we end the stream.
Yeah, and obviously the player of the match gets to go first. And that is the second highest successful chase in T20 World Cup history, just behind England's effort of 164 against Australia in 2009, the year they won the title under current head coach Charlotte Edwards.
Brilliant. What a great game. What a day of cricket. Triple header done and dusted. What a day of cricket it was here. And yeah, surely it should be in for another cracker tomorrow. Like we're going to hear what the captains have to say first before we end this one for the night. Just joining in, the West Indies won by 7 wickets. Currently showing Milia Kerde. Interesting to hear what she's going to have to say. But that drop catches money that cost New Zealand today.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, we should be back right now anyway.
So, standard player of the day is Campbell. Well deserved 19. She's for me as well, man of the match. Me and Marnie told it to you guys earlier. But we're going to hear quickly what the captains have to say in the man of the match before we're going to wrap things off here. Thank you to everybody so far that was joining tonight. It was a privilege. We're just going to hear what the captain has to say. Marnie is going to tell you what the captains have to say after they're talking. But job well done here to the West Indies, winning their opening match in Group B. The only best bowler for the night was James Kerr for 2 wickets for 17, and no other bowler. Media Kerr, expensive, 0 wickets for 41 and 4. That is the only, nowhere else but with the bowling. But Rosemary Bear as well, 7, no wickets for 27. So we have it. The match summary here. New Zealand winning the toss. West Indies winning the toss and choose to bowl first, putting in New Zealand on 162 for 6. West Indies making 166, 163 for 3, winning by 7 wickets. Joe Campbell, your night player with 90, and West Indies won by 7 wickets. And we're going to hear what the captains have to say. I think it will be just, let's see. Ta-da-da-da. Oh, Ian, let's see. Yo, look at what it means to West Indies. Look how happy they are, Marty. Yo, oh, he's going to mute himself. Sorry. Oh, what a game. What a game. We're quickly going to hear what the captains have to say. I'm also going to mute me quickly. Player of the match. No other than Campbell. What a knock.
Yeah, so basically, Shemaine was saying that she was just backing herself to play her natural game and just having faith in their own ability more than anything else. I don't think she was willing to rub salt into the New Zealand wounds by talking about the dropped catches, but even with the absence of those other experienced players, she felt that she probably had a bit more responsibility, and it was a long time coming. She's been playing international cricket now for about 15, 16, 17 years. So this puts New Zealand on the back foot in terms of points and net run rates. So difficult job now for the White Ferns.
But I think so. The captains of Amelia Kerr and the captain of Hayley Matthews, then it's going to be a wrap up for us. So just wait for the talks, and Mo will give you updates of that, and then we wrap it up. So well done with Ines. Well done. So, Mo, your final thoughts of the match before we quickly go into hear what the captains have to say. Your standout players in the match today. What was standing out for you?
Well, obviously, apart from Campbell, you have to take your hat off to Aliyah Lane with her 4 wickets. And I think it was also that sort of game where, you had a lot of people contributing. I mean, we'll take a look at the scorecard. Yeah. And of course, Shemaine also said that she was a big believer and was giving thanks to God at the end. And she also basically made it clear that she wanted to sort of settle herself in for the first few minutes and, just make sure she got it. Yeah, no Stephanie Taylor, no Chanel Henry, but she was able to, get it done. And yeah, obviously, in terms of as far as bowling is concerned, Afi Fletcher also was quite economical, but Ali Lane really stole the show. From the New Zealand point of view, I think only Halliday and Gaze and Green did themselves some kind of justice, but they should have kicked on to get Halliday and Gaze should have gotten bigger scores. I think Kerr and Thriller were very big disappointments. It was a horrible day for Amelia Kerr's captain, only 5 with the bat, and I think she just crumbled under the pressure with the ball. And apart from Jess Kerr, no other New Zealand bowler was able to take a wicket, although Rosemary Mayer was also quite economical at first, but then just lost her way near the end. It was just a perfect day for the West Indies, and New Zealand just threw it away with their drop catches and their poor fielding.
Yeah, that's kind of you must be taking catches if you want to win the World Cup as well, and your fielding needs to be spot on. And 100% that you're saying there. So we're quickly going to hear what Amelia Kerr and Hayley Matthews has to say. Then Bonnie's going to tell you, and then we wrap it off for the day. So, yeah. We're just waiting at the moment quickly for the players' interviews loading. What the day. So I'm quickly going to meet. I will be back now. So captain's going to talk, and one a day of cricket it was. Scotland winning by 40 runs earlier today. South Africa lost to Australia by 65, and the match here West Indies won by 7. So time to go down to have a word with the captains, William Kerr first, and then Hayley Matthews. So that's the captains done talking to the people. And Marty will tell us what both captains quickly has to say before we're going to wrap it off.
Yeah, thanks, Jean-Louis. So obviously, Mieliko was a bit disappointed. I think she will look back on this game, as I said, as one of the most disappointing games as captain, failing with the bat, not really able to provide control with the ball, not really able to marshal the team well. And basically, she said that there were some ebbs and flows to the game, and she was happy with 160. And, she would have thought that they would have defended it. But when your bowlers create opportunities and you just aren't able to take them with too many drop catches and too many chances not taken, you just put yourself in trouble. And, she didn't make any excuses about the conditions. There was some sun early on. And although New Zealand did well to stay in the fight, bringing it to very nearly the last ball, but she acknowledged that the West Indies were just faster and sharper, and they ran a lot quicker between the wickets, and they also were better in the field. There were some good moments for New Zealand, obviously, the way Maddie Green finished the innings, and, Jessica and Rosie there with the ball. But they just got to dust themselves off and turn up to make sure they play the next game. And as far as Hayley Matthews is concerned, who's now signing a few autographs, I think. Basically, she was saying that she still had some belief in her teammates that they would, do well despite the loss of their experienced players, and they did really well to make sure they kept pegging them back, took the wickets at the right time, didn't give them too many more opportunities to get really big scores. And then once they settled with that partnership between Matthews and Campbell, they knew that they just had to play sensibly and keep the partnership going. And even when Hayley departed, as long as Campbell was there, she was able to do whatever she could and get them over the line. And it was just a perfect day. And what happened again was just, the West Indies just kept playing resolutely, and they just ramped up the pressure. And New Zealand were not really able to, adapt to it more than anything else. But basically, it was just a perfect day for the West Indies, a wonderful win for them. And they still have to make sure that they avoid getting complacent. They should celebrate the win, but they will play a Scotland team that also won their match. And, they're going to have to make sure that they, maintain the same level of discipline, because Scotland are not going to be a very easy team to play. But a very satisfied Hayley Matthews.
There we go. That was the captain's point of view. What a match, Mo. Amani, thank you for was a privilege. Almost 4 hours. We're going to cut it off. You must have a wonderful early morning there. It's now just 11 o'clock about Saturday, almost Sunday. And I'm going to race and looking forward to what's going to in tomorrow. And thank you and have a nice one, my friend. We will talk again. Ciao, ciao.
Definitely, Paul. It was a pleasure and a privilege. I'm glad I was able to join you, and can't wait to do it again sometime. Cheers and have a good night. Yeah.
Same to you. Cheers. Bye.